This city has been besieged by basketball fans from across the country, leading to massive gridlock these past 3 days, all leading to this. Phillips Arena filled to the rafters. Better than 20,000 have turned out for this, the 52nd edition of the NBA All-Star Game. The East has won 4 of the last 6, and they have dominated the West, but the star-studded Western squad won last year. The combination of Yao and Shaq may be difficult to counter as we welcome you to the start of our game coverage. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert. I'll be joined momentarily by my partners, the Czar, Mike Fratello, and Jeff Van Gundy. Well, 24 of the world's best basketball players are here in Atlanta for this showcase event. There are a host of stories here, but none as compelling as that of number 23, Michael Jordan, who will be playing in his 14th and final NBA All-Star Game. For more on that, let's go to Cheryl Miller with Michael.
You, but what is it about you and magical moments?
I enjoy them. I think it gives you a chance to enjoy yourself. I mean, a lot of people are going to be watching, but hopefully everybody enjoyed themselves tonight. I wanted the game to be very competitive. Surely, if it's going to be my last game, I don't want it to be lopsided. I just want it to be competitive.
You got guys trying to give away their position, wearing your shoes. How touched are you by their efforts?
I'm very appreciative of that. I think it says a lot about them. You know, I appreciate that. It makes my job much easier. I think I passed on what someone passed on to me, which is a sense of respect for the game. And, you know, for me, I just want them to go out and have a good time. You know, it doesn't matter about the shoes or, you know, giving up the spot. I just want this game to be fun.
You know what, Michael, thank you very much for the memories. It's always fun. Have a little bit of fun. Let's send it back to you, Mark.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Coming up, Gladys Knight and Kool and the Gang as part of the pregame festivities as our All-Star Game coverage continues right here on TNT.
Of a new revolution.
I am glamorous. So what?
I am always looking ahead, never behind.
I am not afraid to lose, but I don't like it.
I am not as sweet as you think I am.
I am on a journey, but I am not alone.
At DirecTV, we've got something extra for everyone. The Total Choice Plus package adds over 15 additional channels to Total Choice, all for just a few dollars more, bringing you more adventure, more laughs, more exploration, more music, and more entertainment choices for everyone in the family.
Action!
Over 130 channels in all, including local channels. Total Choice Plus. It's an easy and affordable way to get more out of your DirecTV. Visit DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DirecTV and order today.
This March, it's not how big you are. It's how bad you want it. You take on the best. You fight for the upset. You lay it all on the line. From 64 to the Sweet 16, supplement your local CBS sports coverage of the NCAA tournament with up to 37 games outside your region. Get Mega March Madness from DirecTV for only $49. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS now or visit DirecTV.com. Mega March Madness only from DirecTV. You know you want it.
We welcome you back to Atlanta and the first NBA All-Star Game on TNT. And right here, we'll send you across the way over to the public address announcer here at Phillips Arena, Craig Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the NBA's Retro All-Star Game by turning the clock back to 1973. The New York Knicks were the NBA champions, and at the top of the pop charts was this #1 smash by Atlanta native Gladys Knight.
Said he's
Let's celebrate the 2003 NBA All-Stars with 1978 Grammy Award winners, Kool and the Gang. Let's meet the 2003 NBA All-Stars. First, here are your Western Conference All-Stars. The trainer for the West team from the Denver Nuggets, Jim Gillen. The assistant coaches from the Sacramento Kings, John Wetzel, Elston Turner, and Terry Porter. The head coach for the West, making his second All-Star coaching appearance from the Sacramento Kings, Rick Adelman. Players from the Western Conference. From the Dallas Mavericks, in his second All-Star appearance, 6'3" guard, Steve Nash. Also from the Dallas Mavericks, 7-foot forward and second-time All-Star, Dirk Nowitzki. From the Los Angeles Lakers, 10-time NBA All-Star, Shaquille O'Neal. At 6'2", two-time All-Star guard from the Phoenix Suns, Stephon Marbury. first-time All-Star forward, Shawn Marion. At 6 feet 10 inches from the Sacramento Kings, two-time All-Star forward, Peja Stojakovic. And at 6 feet 4, at guard from the Seattle Supersonics, Gary Payton. And now the starting lineup for the Western Conference All-Stars. 7 foot forward from the San Antonio Spurs, 5-time NBA All-Star, Tim Duncan. From the Minnesota Timberwolves with his 6th All-Star selection, 6'11" forward, Kevin Garnett. From the Houston Rockets, selected as an All-Star starter in his first NBA season, 7'5" center, Yao Ming. Also from the Houston Rockets, in his second All-Star appearance, 6'3" guard, Steve Francis. From the Los Angeles Lakers, the top vote getter in the 2003 All-Star Balloting, 5-time NBA All-Star guard, Kobe Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, your Western Conference All-Stars. Eastern Conference All-Stars. The trainer from your Atlanta Hawks, Wally Blaze. The assistant coaches from the Indiana Pacers, Brandon Malone, Jim Stack, and Mark Aguirre. The head coach, named as an NBA All-Star coach for the first time from the Indiana Pacers, 12-time NBA All-Star and Hall of Famer, Isaiah Thomas. From the Eastern Conference. At 6'6" in his second All-Star appearance, at guard from the Boston Celtics, Paul Pierce. Also from the Boston Celtics, 6'9" forward and 3-time All-Star, Antoine Walker. 7'3" center and first-time All-Star from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. 7-foot center from the Indiana Pacers in his first All-Star game, Brad Miller. At 6'4", six-time All-Star guard from the New Jersey Nets, Jason Kidd. Eastern Conference All-Stars. This next All-Star has just asked to be replaced in the starting lineup by Michael Jordan. 6'7" forward from the Toronto Raptors, four-time NBA All-Star, Vince Carter. From the Indiana Pacers at 6'11", two-time NBA All-Star forward, Jermaine O'Neal. At 6'9", played in his first NBA All-Star game at center from the Detroit Pistons, Ben Wallace. With his fourth consecutive All-Star selection, 6-foot guard from the Philadelphia 76ers, Allen Iverson. And at 6'8", a guard from the Orlando Magic, three-time All-Star, Tracy McGrady. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eastern Conference All-Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the 2003 NBA All-Stars. Please rise and join us in a moment of silence as we honor the courage of the astronauts lost in the Columbia Space Shuttle tragedy. We ask you to remain standing for the singing of the national anthems of the United States and Canada. To perform the Canadian anthem, Emmy and Golden Globe nominated actress, Toronto native Gloria Rubin.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gloria Rubin. To honor the United States with the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome one of the most breathtaking voices in contemporary country music, multi-platinum recording artist, Martina McBride.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red alert, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Yes, a festive atmosphere here in Atlanta, as it has been throughout this All-Star weekend. The last time the NBA All-Star game was played in Atlanta, 25 years ago at the old Omni. We are at beautiful Phillips Arena, and I'm joined by a couple of one-time All-Star coaches, Jeff Van Gundy and the Czar, Mike Fratello. We just heard the announcement on the public address that Michael Jordan will be in the starting lineup. Vince Carter, Czar, bowing to the pressure because at first he said he felt that it would be a slight to the fans who voted him in if he stepped aside, but here is a last-second decision, and Jordan will be the starter.
Allen Iverson wanted to do it first. Tracy McGrady was the next one to step up and offer to do it. Vince Carter was the one that should have offered from the beginning. The team wanted to do something special for Michael, whether it was get him the ball enough times to make him MVP, but whatever it is, they all got on the same page, and obviously it was for Vince, who only played 13 games this season, to give up his spot and let Michael start.
Jeff, as for the West, we're looking at a 1-2 combination at center of Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal. Can you see a situation where Rick Adelman says, hey, maybe I'll play both these guys at the same time?
Well, the Western Conference certainly has the advantage inside, and I could see Rick Adelman is toying with it. He even told me that today, playing Yao, Shaq, Tim Duncan at the 3, and supersizing his lineup with Kevin Garnett at the 2. That'll be too much size for the Eastern Conference to be able to handle.
That's kind of a Don Nelson hybrid type development in opposite fashion.
It sure is.
We'll probably see some zone with that lineup in there as well, right?
Nelly would love that 2-3 zone. That could stretch the width of the court.
All right, as two guys who have coached in all-star competition, what is the toughest aspect of handling an all-star squad?
I think your concern is that you want to give everybody equal opportunity because it is all-star weekend. You'd like to give them the shot at minutes that come close to being the same for everyone, but then you realize you can't do that because you're also trying to win a game at the end of it. Give them the minutes early, split them up, and then go for the win at the end.
It's not only just splitting up the minutes. You don't want to anger anybody you may be seeing down the road in the playoffs. So those non-playoff people, I always, when I did it, they were at the end of the minute line, and I upped everybody else's minutes.
All right, Vince Carter and Michael Jordan, a couple of Tar Heel alums. Vince was not well received when he was introduced to the crowd moments ago, even with the announcement prefacing the name Vince Carter that he had given up his starting slot.
I'm not sure everybody was ready to hear that little bit that they threw in there all of a sudden after his name. Then the people recognize now that it will be Michael starting in place of Vince Carter.
And Marv, I think Vince Carter shouldn't have been compelled or pressured. I think if he wanted to do it, he should have, but I don't think anyone should feel the obligation not to play in a game that they're voted into. I think maybe the rules need to be adjusted where if a guy doesn't play a certain amount of games, then he can't start. But I certainly think Vince Carter should be given credit for what he did.
Jeff, did your concern about upsetting any player that might come back to hurt you later on, did that carry over into the officiating as well?
No, but we do have 3 outstanding officials here today.
Of course.
And I want to get that in. I don't know who's the best of them all.
It doesn't stop. The officials are Jim Clark, Ted Bernhardt, and Louis Grillo. This an All-Star Game series that dates back to 1951. The first 2 All-Star games played at the old Boston Garden last season in Philadelphia. The West beat the East 135 to 120. And we're just about set.
Marv, I don't care what Michael wanted. This is how it should be. Michael Jordan should be starting the last All-Star appearance in his career.
Michael, who will celebrate his 40th birthday in 8 days on February the 17th, in his 15th and final NBA season. Tim Duncan, or no, Duncan had stepped in, but Yao Ming will go against Ben Wallace of the Detroit Pistons, and it's controlled by the West. This is Steve Francis of the Houston Rockets in the backcourt with the LA Lakers' Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan of San Antonio, Kevin Garnett of Minnesota opens up the scoring. The East squad with Allen Iverson of the Philadelphia 76ers, along with Tracy McGrady of the Orlando Magic up front. Ben Wallace of Detroit, Jermaine O'Neal of Indiana, and Michael Jordan of the Washington Wizards. O'Neal rebounded by Wallace, who leads the NBA of that department. And the crowd getting into it as Jordan shoots over Yao Ming.
Yao probably never, ever thought he'd be matched up one-on-one against Michael Jordan in an All-Star game.
Yao Ming switching off. What a reception Yao received when he was introduced. Bryant being played by McGrady. Here's Francis. Duncan. And Francis able to retrieve.
Because of the lineup change, you got Michael Jordan guarding and Kevin Garnett. You see the lob over the top. Yao moving without the ball right to the rim for the lob and finish.
You know, there are many questions concerning Yao coming into his rookie season, but he has impressed his peers with every phase of his game. His footwork, his passing, his post moves, his knowledge of the sport. He's averaged just under 13 points, 8 rebounds. Garnett, yes.
And that's what makes Garnett so great. 6'11", he can play 5, 4, 3, and 2. He can guard on the perimeter. He can make a perimeter shot. He can post you. He's a matchup nightmare for any coach.
Tracy McGrady. McGrady from downtown. Tracy comes in leading the NBA, averaging better than 30 points per game.
Jeff, I'll tell you what I like already is I like what I see as far as how they're playing the game to start out with. We haven't seen any of the careless basketball that we saw in the first half of the game yesterday by the youngsters out there. They're playing this game on a much more serious level.
Iverson with the lob, but overthrows, and it's out of bounds.
Yao finds himself unguarded, so the first thing he does is go right to the front of the rim, and there we see the lob pass and the finish right there. Matchup on defense. I think you can find Yao on the floor. It's not that hard to find.
Steve Francis with the scoop, and it's the West 8 and the East 3. So are you referring to your victory in coaching the sophomores over the rookies yesterday? Jeff, as you know, he has been just impossible with that come from behind win. Here's Jordan for 3. So Michael has missed on his first 2 shot attempts. It's a 4-on-2 for the West. Bryant went behind the back, but turns it over.
Yep. Once again, Kobe trying to put a little mustard on it right here. And as we see, going back underneath the backboard, trying to finish on the other side. That's where you meet all the white jerseys that are protecting the rim.
And that's a good sign because they're playing competitive. They're not just letting somebody get to the front of the rim.
Oh, what a move by McGrady to the reverse. And the East has opened up one for its first 7. The steal by O'Neal. Iverson behind the back. McGrady was looking for a foul call. Nice pass by Iverson. The West 8 and the East 5. 3.5 gone by. Bryant got the step. Duncan with the 10.
The West just has so much overall size. Garnett is bigger at the small forward than Wallace is as the center for the East. It's just a size advantage all night for the Western Conference.
And then when Yao Ming goes out, a fellow by the name of Shaquille O'Neal can check in. Jermaine O'Neal cuts it to a 3-point West lead.
Shaq's a pretty good 6-man, I'd say.
Kobe Bryant way off on that 3-point attempt. McGrady's pass broken up. And the quickness of Steve Francis leading to the break. Steve Francis having a terrific season for the Houston Rockets. Trying to lead the Rockets to the playoffs for the first time since 1999. Iverson met on the switch by Duncan. Here's Jordan. This crowd wants so badly for Michael to hit that first shot. He's 0 for 3. And Ben Wallace with a good play, reaching in to deflect it out of the hands of Yao Ming.
You see the deflection, Garnett always active, hands on the ball, and then Stevie Francis coming up with the steal and the finish.
McGrady trying to work on Garnett. Iverson with the step, lobbed it, and Duncan able to pick it off. The West with a 12-7 lead on the East. Duncan going glass, and that has been his specialty.
And it's good sharing of the ball. 3 or 4 or 5 passes, wide open shot. Duncan is the best in the game at banking the ball off the board.
O'Neal, a series of moves, draws the foul. It's on Duncan.
Jermaine O'Neal getting better and better this season in his low post moves down low at the basket area. Ability to draw fouls, get to the free throw line. Tim Duncan knows it right away. Too much contact on the way up by the big man.
Jermaine O'Neal, a 75% free throw shooter. Named the NBA's most improved player last season. Has that average up to 20 per game, as you see, making his second All-Star appearance.
And what a great example for a lot of the young people that have come in early. This young man did not come in and enjoy instant success in the NBA. There were years of frustration sitting on the bench for Jermaine O'Neal in Portland, and it wasn't Portland's fault. They had very good veteran players that were better than him in the league for a while. He sat, became unhappy. The trade was the best thing that happened to him to Indiana, and now by Brad Miller coming over, it moves him out of the center spot into the power forward position.
Iverson. Wallace through the double. Here's Jordan. Jordan again. And Michael 0 for 5 here at the start. Yao lost it. Jordan on the loose ball. Crowd wants him to fire, and he does. The East able to get back. Wallace breaks it up. And Wallace, the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year last season, but that pass thrown off the mark. And a timeout is being called.
Ben Wallace makes a good decision not to go where all the red jerseys are. He finds Michael, who seems to have a wide open lefty layup, and then the follow-up. This is both the frustration right now that the rim just will not open up for Michael.
Where'd you get that shirt? It's huge.
It was my boyfriend's.
It must have been huge.
He was.
Why don't you change into one of mine?
Nah, yours are kind of small.
So?
Well, small ones are okay. Huge ones just feel better. You have the tiniest little hands.
Can I write a check?
Yo.
Yow.
Yo.
Yow.
Yo.
Yo.
Can I write a check?
Yo.
Yow.
Yo.
Yow. Yow.
Yo.
Yow.
Yo.
Can I write a check?
Yo. Next time, use the Visa check card instead of checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
Yo.
Gee. Yo, gee.
Yo.
Welcome to Atlanta where the play is played.
How did I get my ticket to the All-Star game? I paid for it. What's my thirst? The game. What's yours?
Welcome to Atlanta where the play is played.
Jeep Wrangler owners speak their own language.
TNT, the exclusive home of the 2003 Western Conference Finals.
The 2003 NBA All-Star Game, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Verizon Wireless, sign up for America's Choice Family Share Plan. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you. By Sprite, obey your thirst. And by Jeep, the most respected, honored, and heroic 4x4s out there. Only in a Jeep 4x4.
3 times the chase, 3 times the adrenaline, 3 times the drama. For the first time on network television, Nicolas Cage, gone in 60 seconds, 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Well, in Shanghai, China, you're looking at the Shanghai Sharks of the Chinese Basketball League. Yao Ming's former team. They're watching tonight's All-Star game on Chinese television. And here is what they are watching.
也跟我讲说姚明呢和别人不一样，和在有些 NBA 的球员呢打破这个记录呢，也是一个非常有意思的。那和常规赛、季后赛是有所不同的，因为呢，好球，这是2个队友。
Excellent play-by-play. As always, too much talk by the color commentator. You pick that up right away. It's about 5:45 a.m. in Shanghai. Oh, Wallace is fouled. Nice pass. Allen Iverson has opened up here as a playmaker. Some nifty passing by Iverson, and once again, the East to the line.
Allen has a good feel with all the white jerseys on, going right, but knowing somebody's back there left. He finds Ben Wallace, and then Kobe trying to get it from behind, commits the foul.
Ben Wallace at the free throw line has struggled throughout his 7-year NBA career, a 44% foul shooter this season. Ben Wallace of the Detroit Pistons, who have won 4 in a row. They're the 3rd best record in the East. Terrific season for the Pistons. Nice move by Jermaine O'Neal.
He actually feels more comfortable many times finishing with his left hand around the basket than he does with his right. It's an unusual thing, but it's something that he has a great strength in, using both hands.
Kobe Bryant trying to set it up. Here's Kevin Garnett. Rebounded by O'Neal.
It's a pretty good looking front line out there for the Western Conference when you think about Garnett, Duncan, and then Yao Ming, the skills of Yao Ming. And then you talk about skills. How about Tim Duncan? And there's Ben Wallace just missing the finish.
Garnett run into by Jordan. Michael looking puzzled about that foul. Well, during this evening's NBA All-Star Game, 989 Sports, PlayStation 2 is proud to present spectacular pictures from Skycam. Earlier we had suggested that perhaps the Czar could get a better look at the game from that particular position. Did not go for it.
You made Skycam sound like it's a friend or something. Skycam. It is a very interesting angle, though, to watch the game from, particularly in replays, because you get to see the thing coming right behind the point guard as you come down the floor.
You on the payroll now, then?
I am.
14-10, West with the lead. Stephon Marbury, who just checked in, is able to hit.
And Marv, you asked this question, what's the hardest thing? It's playing your own guys. Isaiah Thomas' first sub was Brad Miller. A good move by him for his own team and his own player.
And Michael Jordan is 0 for 7 from the field. Jamie Foxx trying to get into the action as Jason Kidd looked at him and laughed. We have participatory fans here in Atlanta. Jason Kidd of the New Jersey Nets, Brad Miller of the Indiana Pacers have checked in. What a move by Iverson to set it up for Miller. Brad Miller in his very first All-Star game. Remember, Brad acquired from Chicago last February, that deal involving Jalen Rose and Ron Artest, Ron Mercer, Travis Best. Steve Nash, who just came on, setting it up for Duncan, rejected by O'Neal. And here comes Kidd. Iverson met by Nash. Iverson, yes.
Well, let's go back to Brad Miller for a second. When we think about free agents at the end of the season, the first two names become Duncan and Kidd. We see Stephon Marbury bringing it up, giving a little show at the same time there. But think about Indiana's problem at the end of the season. They must re-sign Reggie Miller. Jermaine O'Neal is someone they have to deal with. Then you talk about Michael Jordan finally scoring the basketball. And then Brad Miller, who's had an incredible year as a free agent as well.
Stephon Marbury, the former Net, acquired in the deal for Jason Kidd, and they're matched up against each other. O'Neal not able to handle the lob pass. And a timeout has been called with the East coming from behind to tie the West at 16.
After going 0 for 7, Michael finally breaks the ice and is 1 for 8. And Jermaine O'Neal, what a great block on Tim Duncan, who's just about ready to throw it down.
3 times the chase, 3 times the adrenaline, 3 times the drama. For the first time on network television, Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Let's put woman and man together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. The women play their men like a puppet show.
Filter out everything you don't need. Keep what's good. That's called filtering. That's pure MGD.
Renegade. Weather, rugged terrain, I roll in the streets. I'm with my team and I renegade, Liberty Jeep. All eyes on me, the girls all scream when I'm in the Jeep, Liberty. And y'all feeling me now. Renegade.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1673 with Courier to New York this evening. You want to make sure all your carry-on items are placed all the way underneath your seat inside of you or in one of the overhead bins. Please understand. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Presenting the new 12-inch PowerBook, the world's most compact, full-featured notebook computer. And the new 17-inch PowerBook, the world's first and only 17-inch notebook computer. The new 12 and 17-inch PowerBooks. The next big and small things from Apple.
On April 11th.
This court orders you to undergo anger management therapy.
Let the healing begin. Sandler.
I don't think you should be moving in with me.
Nicholson.
I like to sleep in the nude.
Anger management.
I said over easy! Now, why did I do that? Because I refused to spoon with you last night?
In theaters everywhere, April 11th.
Want a close shave while avoiding razor burn? The Extreme 3 from Schick balances 3 blades on a central pivot for a close, comfortable shave. Extreme 3. Get close, not burned.
Welcome back to Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Marv Albert, the Czar, Mike Fratello, Jeff Van Gundy, Craig Sager, and Cheryl Miller, along with a star-studded crowd, including Denzel Washington, Hall of Famer, one of the NBA's great players, Bill Russell, Isaac Hayes, Janet Jackson is on hand, and Puff Daddy sitting courtside will be checking out the crowd during the telecast. Shaquille O'Neal now working against his good friend Brad Miller. You recall the altercation they had last season. Fortunately for Miller, Shaq whiffed on the punch.
Yeah, it was the altercation that almost led to the decapitation.
Yes.
Whatever that word is.
Decapitation.
Yeah,
Good.
whatever.
Oh, the Czar. Oh, Jordan missed the stuff. Michael missed his first 7 shots, and he's now 1 of 9 from the field, looking to go at Shaq, and he does. And the ball's knocked out of bounds by O'Neal.
Michael said to Shaq, you come out here and guard me. Shaq did. So Shaq went out and played him aggressively on defense. We see Michael right there missing the dunk. But Shaq played him pretty well. Then when it went off his foot, Michael said, okay, come and do it again.
Now Sean Marion of the Phoenix Suns, who just came on, is guarding Jordan. Michael hits the jumper, and he just said about time.
Well, he was in much better rhythm there, going off the dribble on a hard pull-up instead of easing into open shots.
8-0 run by the East. Marion had it knocked away. Nice play by Jason Kidd. Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks, who is certainly among the MVP candidates, has checked in for the first time. Nowitzki is up front with O'Neal and Marion. Barber is shooting the 3 and kept alive by Nash. Minute 25 remaining in this first quarter.
And the East is playing very small. Vince Carter's playing at the power forward here. Brad Miller at the center, a very small team.
Nowitzki. And last touch by O'Neal.
Brad Miller right now is looking around saying, where's the help going to come from as far as rebounding goes? You got to get 5 white jerseys on the glass.
And a look at the unit on the floor. Michael Jordan now will sit down. And here's the applause. Paul Pierce checks back in. This is not what Michael had in mind, though. A surprise starter at the last instant. Vince Carter saying, take my spot. Although Vince had objected early on and felt that, well, the fans had voted him in. It would be unfair to the fans. Nice play. Jason Kidd able to score. So obviously there was a degree of pressure placed on Carter, and Michael did start, but only 2 of 10 from the field. Here's the double on O'Neal. And a little traveling. No call made. Here's the lob. Iverson fields it, gets it back to Kidd. Miller is fouled. Hacked by Nowitzki.
Well, they've got to remember now, when they throw lobs and lead passes, everybody might be a half a step slow in this game because there have been a few activities around town over the last 2 or 3 nights.
If players ever kept track of the lob efficiency, they would be surprised how few are completed, particularly when you're not playing with those guys on a regular basis and have timing down.
You know, I've had so many of the older players, guys beyond their playing days, and I say to me, why the lob passes now? Why so many of the lob passes? Well, back then there weren't that many guys who could go up and catch him and finish him, but they're right. You can keep this game very simple and still be very effective in it by throwing bounce passes or chest passes.
Good play by Pierce, leading to this. Iverson. And he blows the layup. Iverson again. The East with a 23-16. There's the lob that does work. Shaquille O'Neal puts knocks it down. And that's why they continue to lob.
And throwing to him, that's a good idea.
That stopped a 13-0 run. Final seconds of the first. Iverson. And O'Neal fires one. So that is the end of the first quarter. The East coming from behind with that 13-0 spurt. And they've taken the lead.
Well, dispelling the concern of bounce passes right there. Nash throwing it up 2 feet above the rim. Shaq grabbing it and finishing. Then put a little show on for the folks here in the arena.
It's the East 23, the West 18.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
We can't take him to the coast with us. You mind?
The coast, huh?
Yeah.
This is where we're gonna be. There's his acupuncturist.
Hey, I've never taken care of a weasel before.
It's a ferret.
If you guys have to do duties, just let me know. Have a great time. See ya.
Why wait? Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by February 10th. So get packing.
Hey.
You are now free to move about the country.
Going my way.
You know it.
Jeep Wrangler owners speak their own language.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
How did I get my ticket to the All-Star game? I paid for it. What's my thirst? The game. What's yours?
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
You're bound to have a good time with Verizon Wireless and unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. Plus, share unlimited night and weekend minutes on the America's Choice National Family Share Plan. So don't miss out on some surefire fun. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
From the network that knows drama.
His name is Julius Caesar!
I don't know who I can trust.
What did they tell you?
You betrayed me, Eddie.
We betrayed each other.
Actors know what actors do.
I consider this a great honor.
TNT, we know drama.
Shining star for you to see what life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
Welcome you back to the 52nd NBA All-Star Game. We're at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. The East with a 23-18 lead on the West, and this the lowest scoring first quarter since 1956. There's another lob that misfires. Game played at Rochester at 24-17 first quarter. Nash for three. And the ball back to the east. Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, Michael, all weekend your teammates have been trying to give up their starting spot. You politely have said thanks, but no thanks. What changed here at the last minute, and did Vince Carter surprise you?
That's exactly what happened. Vince surprised me. I mean, I told him, as I told the rest of the players, I mean, I started 13 times. I didn't need to start the 14th time, and you know, they were adamant about getting me to start. And you know, Vince actually came to me right before we went out and said he would love for me to take his spot. And you know, I mean, he was very respectful. You know, I think he took some undue punishment, you know, all during the week, you know, about him being very honorable to the fans. And you know, even at the end when he gave it up, I mean, I really didn't want him to back down from what he actually stood for, and I supported him in that sense. But you know, he wanted me to take the spot, and I thought it was very gracious of him, very respectful.
Thanks a lot. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Craig, there are also intriguing dynamics going on with Michael Jordan playing for Isaiah Thomas. You recall in Michael's All-Star Day. Oh, Vince Carter on the stuff. And once again, the lob, and Sean Marion does it with the reverse. You recall Michael's All-Star debut back in 1985. Isaiah reportedly encouraged teammates to freeze out Michael to keep the ball away from him. And then reportedly it was Michael's influence. Dirk Nowitzki is able to score. It was Michael influencing the decision that kept Isaiah off the Dream Team in Barcelona in 1992. And of course, over the years, it's been a very fierce rivalry. There have been a degree of tension there, and the scoring is picked up. Once again, it's Nowitzki, and the East now leads 27-24.
The score is picked up, but the intensity is not the same as it was during that first quarter. This group has come out, they're playing a different kind of basketball, a wide open basketball. There are not many shots being contested right now.
So I know you talked about that subject of the fierce rivalry between Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan. You talked about it with Isaiah.
Yeah, and Isaiah has mentioned that this was really a real dark spot in his basketball career as Paul Pierce hits it, because it's something that he's had to bear and live with all this time. And I certainly am not one to pass judgment on it. I was not part of that, what went on. And over the years, as this thing has been great writing material for people, those two people had to live with it and hear about it. And Isaiah really got sick of it because it was a dark spot on his career. And we see now quick pass over to the right side. Brad Miller, instead of shooting the jumper, just puts it up high enough. And that's real high for Vince Carter.
And Marv, I don't buy that whole notion that he froze him out. First of all, he would have had to involve so many other guys to make his plan work, and then why would he be singled out for freezing somebody out? To me, it seems like more of a conspiracy theory that has gone awry.
The old conspiracy theory popping up.
But then, as both of them have said, look, this far along in their careers now, why shouldn't this thing be buried and put to rest? Isaiah's moved on to his coaching career, a very successful coaching career, and it just happens circumstances wind up being that he's coaching the team, Michael playing on the last time around All-Star game. Bury that whole thing and move on from there. Isaiah was, believe me, he was a force behind this Eastern team doing something to honor Michael here.
Nice pass on the back door, but Pierce throws it out to Ilgauskas. 3 minutes gone by. In the second, the East up by 2. They had a 13-0 run back in the first quarter to take the lead. Marion. And it's Sean Marion once again. Sean Marion of the Phoenix Suns in his first All-Star game. Here's Pierce. Nash and Marbury in the backcourt. Marion able to chase it. Chase it down, and Nowitzki hits the three.
That's why he's so difficult to guard in transition. As a power forward, he doesn't run for layups. He runs to get behind the three-point line, and he knocked it in.
Antoine Walker way off on that three-point attempt. Here's Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki leading the way with 9 points. And Sean Marion with a burst here in the second quarter. It's the West with a 32-29 lead. Dirk Nowitzki, 9 points in 2 minutes of playing time.
Yao, Shaq. The rematch. The first meeting was a classic. The second will be legendary. Rockets versus Lakers. Yao versus Shaq. Tuesday night, February 18th at 10, only on TNT.
All-Stars are the best at what they do. And everyone involved at NBA All-Star 2003 in Atlanta did their best to teach kids the importance of reading.
It started before spring vacation.
The value of reading goes beyond the classroom, because when you develop a lifelong love of reading, a foundation is laid to achieve anything you want.
How many of us out here do homework?
It all starts when you open a book and begin to read. Be an all-star and read to achieve.
You're going down, little man. You make a collect call, just dial in the center. It's 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them. That's all you got.
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
February 14th is the hottest date of the year.
Remember me?
Daredevil, rated PG-13, Friday.
Turn here.
Let's go.
Sorry.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you take things in stride, you win.
She's dark green, cashback, low intro, and end of the month. He's yellow, travel, everyday rate, and middle of the month. She's purple, travel, low intro, and beginning of the month. Introducing Bank One's Personal Platinum, the simple new way to choose your rate, your reward, your billing date, even your color. Bank One's Personal Platinum, issued by us, but created by you.
Welcome back to Atlanta. Allen Iverson is the on-court face of the 76ers, but the most inspirational person in their organization might be All-Star Team Ambassador, World Be Free.
I did play for 13 years. If someone say you can't do something, hey, look at me. I made it up out there. Hardcore ghetto.
Most of these kids have never heard of him, but World Be Free will connect, just as he did in the 70s and 80s. A gunner, a runner, an all-star. Today, Iverson influences style. Fills baskets and seats.
Put your stuff
World
on
Be
there.
Free influences lives.
All right.
Fills hearts and minds.
What we're doing in Philadelphia and what I'm doing with the Sixers office, people remember.
And during the course of tonight's telecast, we'll get a close-up look at several one-time All-Stars. Allen Iverson sitting down, just 2 of 8 from the field. The West in the midst of a 14-2 run. Vince Carter with the touch. Hits from downtown. Nowitzki with 9 of those 14 during the course of that run. Gary Payton of the Seattle Sonics has checked in. The pass broken up. Jamal Mashburn of the Hornets, who just came on into the handle, looking for the 3. Fires over Nowitzki. Yes!
He has had a great stretch run the last 8 to 10 games just prior to the All-Star break, and a quick, easy layup for the Western Conference team. Gary Payton taking the pass across. But Mashburn has played outstanding basketball, particularly with the fact that Baron Davis has gone down for their team now, trying to keep the Hornets right in the playoff race.
And Jamal Mashburn in his first ever All-Star appearance. Kevin Garnett is back. He's up front with Dirk Nowitzki and Peja Stojakovic of the Sacramento Kings, who just came on. Off the turnover, here's Kidd whipping by Payton. Jason Kidd grew up with Gary Payton, one of his heroes. They both grew up in Oakland, California. Kevin Garnett, and the West leads by 1. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter.
Well, Mark, we heard Craig Sager mention at the end of that piece on World Be Free about the ambassadors, and I wonder sometimes who are the ambassadors of the future out here? Which of these NBA guys, when their careers are done, as we see Antoine Walker, a little turnout, are going to be the ones that are out there spreading the word about the NBA and what this is supposed to be all about?
Art Nowitzki off the mark on that three-point attempt. Here's Kidd. And Jason Kidd gives the East a 39-36 lead. Here's Nash for Garnett.
You might normally look at this and say, man, they're just coming down now and firing. That's how Dallas plays. That's what Nash is used to. Get the ball down quick, get an open shot for your teammate.
Garnett not able to finish it. Antoine Walker put one off the glass, intended for Carter. You know, in the first quarter, we saw some defense. We saw actually some nice plays. This has now developed into the playground-style all-star game as Paul Pierce is able to hit on a break. Adam Sandler enjoying from courtside.
He just used up all his shots in a three-point competition. His arm is tired.
And Vince Carter, who has come off the bench in his 9 minutes, has scored 7 points. The outside official, Ted Bernhardt, indicating the foul. Paul Pierce picks it up.
Little two-on-one opportunity. Paul Pierce getting the pass from Jason Kidd, finishing it off.
Sorry, we're from Amsterdam. We didn't know light beer was supposed to suck. Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer.
On nights when the moon is full, just like tonight, he roams the woods, and small children, just like you or you, may hear.
Can you hear me now?
Good. Making the best wireless network better is causing a lot of excitement. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
2 amps to lights, please.
Amstel Light, official beer of the Ski Lodge.
My name is Jimmy Lancaster. David Bolden. Sergeant Lancaster and myself both served in Afghanistan together. Being in top physical condition is a necessity, so took the Bowflex with us.
We'd all seen the commercials, but never had used one before. And this reaction to working out on the Bowflex was, it was a tremendous machine. Everybody in our camp wanted to use the Bowflex. And you can go heavy, you can do a lightweight workout, you can max yourself out on the Bowflex.
Well, the thing I say to guys who are skeptical of the Bowflex is try it.
Try it out and see what you think.
It's a very effective piece of fitness equipment that anybody can benefit from, no matter what your fitness level is. I use Bowflex, and that's all I use.
The Bowflex kept us mentally focused as well as physically.
They helped us stay in shape, and staying in shape helped us do our jobs.
Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web today. Bowflex, real results.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. We're at Phillips Arena. Capacity crowd on hand, including Donald Lord, who's the star of Grounded for Life. Jeff, as you know, the show debuts on the WB starting February 28th at 9:30 p.m. There's Evander Holyfield, Atlanta native.
Huge fundraiser at Evander's home. Only about 37 rooms in his mansion.
And the human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins, who I believe has been at every conceivable function this All-Star weekend.
You know what? There's one of the ambassadors. Dominique Wilkins, Magic Johnson, and our own Charles Barkley. They have been the greatest ambassadors. They have been all over this city running all kinds of events and trying to get as much as they possibly can in every second of each day.
And Marv, charging for some admission sometimes.
Well, they run these parties at night, but believe me, forget the parties at night. The other stuff they've done all day long is just, it's been really tiresome for them because they have been asked to be all over, and they have certainly responded.
So, are you doing public relations on the side?
No, I'm just being honest about that ambassadors thing because I think they do a very, very important job for our NBA.
All right, here's Kobe Bryant from downtown. And for Kobe, his first field goal coming up on 5 minutes remaining. And the first half, the East up by 4. Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker, Jamal Mashburn, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan on the floor for the East. Michael played the first 11 minutes, went only 2 of 10 from the field. Pierce off the pick. And Bryant gets it back. Garnett.
Oh, my goodness, a bounce pass from Kobe that led to a dunk by Kevin Garnett. It can be done the simple way.
And what's changed on the break defensively is in the first quarter, people were going up to contest the shot at the basket. Now they're just letting people finish. Vince Carter should have made a play.
Up close and personal with Kevin Garnett. Garnett with 8 points now in his 13 minutes of play. Walker being guarded by Duncan. Antoine Walker, who leads the NBA in 3-point shots attempted and made, did not have a good time last night, though, at the 3-point competition in the skills won by Peja Stojakovic of the Kings. Let's check in with Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Marv. I'm joined by the son, Sean Marion. Sean, I know this is your first All-Star game, but with that last reverse dunk, you didn't look nervous.
Oh, no, it's crazy, but I'm enjoying myself, man. It's all for the fans. I'm just having fun right now.
How good was it to see Michael Jordan in the starting lineup?
Oh, it's great. It's great. You know, he did his first jumper on me, though. I ain't like that, though, but it's cool, though. We just out there having fun. Everybody just having laughs, man. Everybody turning over a little bit too much, but other than that, we playing ball and having fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Sean. Let's send it back to you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Cheryl. Sean Marion, who's been teaming with Mari Stoudemire, Stephon Marbury to get Phoenix, one of the most athletic and exciting tandems in the NBA. It's been an excellent turnaround season for the Suns. Mashburn for 3. That's his second from downtown.
There's some beautiful ball movement. Double team in the low poster, kick it out 1 pass, swing it over 2 more passes, and then got a player like Mashburn who knocks it down for you in the end.
That's what makes the NBA special. Good offense against very good defense. That's what makes it compelling.
You know why the game has settled back down again? Because Michael Jordan's on the floor is one of the reasons. Kobe Bryant for the other team. Both of those guys bring a sense of order to the game.
And Jordan just turned it over as he went 1-on-2. Peyton Stojakovic able to go glass.
Another great play on the break by Peyton. He could have taken the shot instead. Extra pass over to Stojakovic. Open 12-foot bank shot.
Once again, the matchup is Kobe Bryant defending on Michael Jordan. Now Tim Duncan switches off. Bryant comes back. Now Mashburn over Duncan. And here comes the West. Peyton lobs it for Garnett.
And Kevin Garnett turned to Michael Jordan and pointed, basically saying thank you for moving out of the way, because he very easily could have wound up by accident underneath Garnett's legs and taken him out from under him as he went up for the lob.
Kevin Garnett, the first to hit double figures. He has 10 points. Here's Walker for 3. Antoine Walker from downtown, the East 50, the West 47.
You see Antoine Walker wearing that knee brace. He is really in pain with that leg. It is a very bad knee that he has right now. It's a result of an injury that happened about 2 weeks ago. He sat out, missed a couple games. He's playing in this because it's the All-Star game, and it means that much to him.
And it has been a frustrating start for Michael Jordan. And this is 13th and final All-Star game. Beautiful lob here, Peyton to Garnett.
Nice shot.
Let's see what you can do now.
Let's go, man.
Don't smile, kid. How much you want? All day. Oh, gotta stay down on that.
I got that.
You got what? That's a youngster for you. Just when you thought it was safe to come outside.
Bet you won't score again.
I won't score again? How you like that rainbow? We're not done. Excuse me. Had enough? Well, look here, sucker. You reach, I'll teach you. We'll see. Lesson just started. Come on. That's ugly. Could have done. You should have done. Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next? Get your young butt out there.
The Hyundai Sonata, with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you go your own way, you win.
What is love? What is love? Love is playing every game as if it's your last.
From early mornings to late nights, from the store around the corner to business around the country, your whole family can count on the best wireless network in the nation, Verizon Wireless. Get the America's Choice National Family Share Plan and share unlimited night and weekend minutes on up to 4 separate lines. Hurry and buy an LG phone for $49.99 after rebate. Plus, now get unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. So no one's ever out of the loop. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
3 times the chase, 3 times the adrenaline, 3 times the drama. For the first time on network television, Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
The 2003 NBA All-Star Game, brought to you by Hyundai. When your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. And by Amstel Light, always satisfying, never watered down. Amstel Light, the beer drinkers like beer.
Listen up, TNTers. Cartoon Network's Adult Swim All-Star Extravaganza is coming up after the game. You'll see Futurama, Harvey Birdman, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and a couple of other shows that are pretty out there.
Yep, stay out, stay out, stay out. Woo! Middle, middle, middle. Middle, pass your middle. Get out there, KG. Oh, match. Just switch it, just switch it. No, switch. No switch. No switch, drop back.
Well, we have our microphones all over the court. Time to time during the telecast, we'll be listening in on some of the verbiage. And Jeff, you said we might see it. And here it is. Yao Ming, Shaquille O'Neal on the floor at the same time.
And they're trying to play the largest 2-3 zone of all time.
However, you may only get 1 shot against this zone. That's it. 1 shot now.
Steve Francis is the only, quote, little man, because Garnett and Duncan are also on the floor with O'Neal and Yao.
And the Eastern team came back and played their version of the zone defense at that end.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Yao Ming throws the lob for Shaquille O'Neal. And here comes Jordan with Garnett back. Michael Jordan with his 3rd field goal. He has 6 points. He now has 248 points in his All-Star career. That moves him past Oscar Robertson into 2nd place. Kevin Garnett shows the touch. Jordan now 4 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the #1 spot in all-time All-Star scoring. Pierce coming up on a minute remaining in the half. Duncan
That was some pass by Steve Francis. Forget about the finish. The finish was easy. The pass was right there at the rim, and he took it off the dribble and flipped it underhanded.
I'm not sure it wouldn't have gone in if he hadn't touched it.
The East up by 1. Yao Ming being guarded by Antoine Walker. Here's Shaquille O'Neal just backing his way on Paul Pierce, saying, get out of here.
That's a pretty good high-low look when you go from 7-5 to 7-1.
Walker way off of that three-point attempt. Garnett is ahead of the field. Shackton Seam went behind the back instead. Duncan for Garnett.
Big ball seems to be dominating out here at the moment.
So the West up by 3. Kevin Garnett is the high point man with 14.
May not have been since LSU when Stanley Roberts was a starting center that Shaquille O'Neal is a power forward and matching up against Michael Jordan.
Shot clock to 5. Mashburn. Final seconds of the half. Pierce able to break it up, but stepped out.
Pretty good combination here. You've got a guy who has the ability to throw the ball, pass the ball extremely well. We're talking about Yao, very highly skilled player. Shaq calling for it back underneath the basket, trying to finish with the left hand.
Francis for 3. Halftime of the West with a 55-52 lead. The West shooting 54%, 26 of 48. And the East at 37%. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Vince, a very humble gesture giving up your starting spot, but just Friday you said a man has to stand by his decision. Why'd you change your mind?
I stood by my decision. My decision was to start, and you know, it's after a while I sat back and thought about it, like, hey, this is his last one. He is the greatest player, and you know, I'm gonna get this opportunity again to come out here and play. This is a chance for me to tell all my fans, thank you very much for voting for me. But he deserves it.
Thank you very much, Vince. Let's go to the show.
Thanks a lot, Craig. Well, Dirk, did you ever imagine watching Shaq, Tim Duncan, Yao Ming, and Garnett on the court at one time?
Not at all, and I was hoping I was the point guard of that squad. That'll be hilarious, but no, it's fun to watch the big guys with the skills nowadays, and it's great to watch.
All right, see you in the second half. Let's send it over to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Dirk Nowitzki with 9 points. Kevin Garnett, the high point man, with 14. Coming up, Mariah Carey in concert here at Phillips.
Encourage a lifelong love of reading. Read to achieve. Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by February 10th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
Let's go. Check ball.
Check ball.
Check.
Check. Come on, baby.
Check it out.
There you go. 0-0.
1-0.
2-0. Check ball.
Check ball.
1-2.
5-5. 7, baby.
8-6. 8-7. 9-8. 10. Hold on.
10-8.
Check up your ball. Ball up.
This is game.
Game point.
Bring. Come on. This game point.
That's game. Nah, yo, best of 5.
Miss Lewis. It is Miss, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Could you tell me again how you use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls?
Well, I just dialed down the center.
With what, Miss Lewis? With what?
You dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you, cheap for them.
So good.
You sure this guy's a cop?
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
On a classified mission. I'm here to get you out. In hostile territory. We got trouble.
Intel estimates 5,000 rebels converging on your area. Everybody down!
One soldier will risk everything.
It's been strongly suggested that we abandon these refugees
and make the ultimate choice.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to do that.
That is not your mission!
From the director of Training Day.
Your unit is not equipped to handle the additional threat.
My team will complete this mission.
Tears of the Sun. Rated R. In theaters March 7th.
The Halftime Report is brought to you by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the NBA.
Ernie Johnson here with a multiple choice question. Who do you want to hear from, Magic, Charles Kenny, or Mariah Carey? I figured. Here's PA announcer Greg Ross.
Spectacular comeback by the Eastern Conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the #1 selling female artist of all time, Mariah Carey.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
Look at the air. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion.
Nobody in the world could cover my main man, Michael Jordan.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! Goes winning! Michael on the drive across the lane. Turnaround shot. Got it! 63 for Jordan. Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
Sometimes I dream that he is me.
He kept it in bounds. Here it is again. Oh! Yes! Michael Jordan! Jordan. Oh! A spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
MJ, top of the circle against Russell. Michael hangs, fires, scores!
And it goes well. 10 seconds. Here comes Chicago. Jordan open. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat.
as long as I know all things are possible. Just as long as I believe, long as I believe. I've loved a lot, hurt a lot, been burned a lot in my life and times. Spent precious years wrapped up in fears with no end in sight. Until my saving grace shined on me. Until my saving grace set me free. Giving me peace, giving me strength when I almost lost it all. Catching my every fall, I still exist because you kept me safe. I found my saving grace within you. And the bountiful things that you do, Lord, thank you. Lord, thank you for giving me peace, my saving grace, Lord, but don't you let anyone tear them away. Hold on, and there will be tomorrow, and this time you'll find the way. And a hero comes along. Michael Jordan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I must say, on behalf of all of you, my former teammates, my former adversaries, my competitors, I want to thank my family for sticking with me for so many years as I chased my dreams of playing basketball. For all the fans who have supported the game of basketball, not just Michael Jordan. I thank you for your support. I leave the game in good hands. So many great stars still in the game, so many great stars rising and playing the game. I have passed on the things that Dr. J, some of the great players, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, has passed on to me. I pass on to these all-stars here, as well as the rest of the players in the NBA. I thank you for your support. Now I can go home and feel at peace with the game of basketball. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan!
TNT, the exclusive home of the 2003 Western Conference Finals.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Making the best wireless network better never goes out of style. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Introducing our new 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. With legendary four-wheel drive capability and an abundance of safety features, you'll have to work hard to make winter driving a challenge.
These people have taken control.
He was tossing and turning so much, I knew he wasn't getting any rest.
With a regular coil mattress, you have no control. We had different needs.
With a regular bed, you have to pick, firm or soft.
Introducing the Nautilus Sleep System. The Nautilus Sleep System's unique interlocking air chamber design provides personalized comfort. Now you and your spouse can control your own comfort with the push of a button.
Those chambers are the real secret, and you control your own side of the bed.
I control my comfort, and he controls his comfort.
Test the Nautilus Sleep System in your home for 90 nights to make sure you love it. Order now, and you can get payments as low as $25 a month with the protection of our 20-year limited warranty.
If you can't sleep at night, believe me, this mattress works.
Call now for a free video and brochure, or visit our website at greatsleep.com and take control for a great sleep tonight.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use of dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
welcome you back to the Verizon Wireless Halftime Report. To vote for the MVP of the All-Star Game, log into NBA.com or send the text MVP to 622 on your Verizon Wireless phone. They'll send you a ballot in text message form, and you can vote. Place is still buzzing, boys and girls, because moments ago, Michael Jordan with the rest of the All-Stars
officially passed the torch.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what's amazing for me? This is like the end for me. I was blessed to play against Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Patrick Ewing. For me, this is kind of John Stockton. I don't want to forget him. David Robinson. This is the end of an era, and I appreciate David Stern and the NBA. I almost started crying.
Yeah.
That was emotional.
Yeah. And with Mariah singing the hero, what classy words from a classy man. I tell you, that's why he's the greatest. To talk about the fans, to talk about the players that he's passing on the torch to.
And the players he learned from,
well,
such as yourself. He touched on every base.
Yes, he did. And I just want to say, like you said, Charles, I almost started crying because you got goosebumps all over you. It was special tonight. I wish all of you out there at home could have been here. The place is just buzzing.
Hey, Ernie,
you being a
I got to ask Ernie, what you think of Mariah's skirt?
I probably thought the same thing that most everybody else in here thought about Mariah's skirt. But you know what? You know what was better than Mariah's skirt? Was Jordan's speech.
Yeah.
I think I don't know about that now.
What you really...
Well, Mariah's skirt was shorter than his speech, but... Go ahead.
But no, honestly, just knowing where he's come from and from North Carolina, you know, I didn't expect, I don't think any of our teammates expected him to reach the pinnacle that he did. But the hard work, the determination, the things that used to be his weakness became his strengths. His outside shooting, his ball handling ability. Those are things when he came into the league was a weakness, became his strength, and that's a testament of how great he really is.
Well, that's old school. That's getting in the gym in the summertime. That's dedication to hard work. That's saying, hey, I see Larry Bird sitting there. I see Magic. I see so-and-so sitting there. I want to be better than them. And he was able to do just that, but he put the work in.
It was a goosebumper here at halftime at Phillips Arena at the All-Star Game here on TNT. Michael Jordan, as you say, Kenny, passing the torch at center court. We'll be back.
The Halftime Report has been brought to you by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the NBA.
Nash crossing over. Wraps around
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1673 with service to New York this evening. You want to make sure all your carry-on items are placed all the way underneath your seat inside of you or in one of the overhead bins. Please let us know. The captain has turned off the fastest seats on site.
Presenting the new 12-inch PowerBook, the world's most compact, full-featured notebook computer. And the new 17-inch PowerBook, the world's first and only 17-inch notebook computer. The new 12 and 17-inch PowerBooks. The next big and small things from Apple.
She's dark green, cashback, low intro, and end of the month. He's yellow, travel, everyday rate, and middle of the month. She's purple, travel, low intro, and beginning of the month. Introducing Bank One's Personal Platinum, the simple new way to choose your rate, your reward, your billing date, even your color. Bank One's Personal Platinum, issued by us, but created by you.
Subway's changed my life. I've got more energy, and I need it with a wife at home. Now there's plenty to take care of. I have a yard to keep, things to build. I work up quite an appetite. Now Subway has low-fat sauces, like honey mustard on turkey. I love the new meat.
Subway, eat fresh!
Every crime has a suspect.
Mr. Gale, Austin Police.
Every murder has a motive.
What if the murder was not only to get rid of Gale, but to make him look crazy?
But the truth is not always what it seems.
This is where the tripod was. They never found a video or anything.
Someone's framing you?
Oh, it's more than that.
Why make it look like a murder? Why frame an innocent man?
Kevin Spacey, The Life of David Gale, rated R. At theaters Friday, February 21st.
At Rent-A-Center, it's easy to get the stuff you want because everybody's pre-approved. TVs, appliances, furniture, computers. You can get it today. Boom! Just like that.
No credit? Boom! No problem. No credit? Boom! You're in. No credit? Boom! You got it.
Hey, you guys can't say boom. Get your own word.
Now mention this ad and get a week free when you pay for a week. Call 1-800-205-2005 for Rent-A-Center.
Pow. Nope, keep thinking.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
How did I get my ticket to the All-Star game? I paid for it. It's my thirst. The game. What's yours?
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
Halftime in Atlanta, and the West leads the East 55-52. The West shooting 54% from the field, 26 of 48, taking advantage of their size. As we take a look from above downtown Atlanta, the Jeep halftime statistics. I mentioned the West at 54% on 26 of 48 from the field. The East 22 for 58, 38% shooting, and certainly the Western squad taking advantage of that size with the lob pass. 11 dunks in the first half, and here's a look by virtue of TNT total motion.
Here we see the lob pass to Yao Ming. Yao Ming now the all-time leader in field goal percentage in All-Star games, 1-for-1. Then Vince Carter stopping along the way and finishing.
Little difficulty with the microphone, Czar. I think there was the Jeff Van Gundy conspiracy theory involved there. Don't speak, really. Don't knock yourself out.
That's the best thing we could have ever done on this broadcast. Keep tapping it. You might have to be there for a while. Marv, it's just me and you.
Yes, we've waited for this all season long. Well, the big story coming into tonight, Michael Jordan supposedly was coming off the bench, and then at the last instant, Vince Carter stepped aside. I get the idea reluctantly. I think there was some pressure put on Vince, and Michael was in the starting lineup and had his difficulties.
He did. He missed some makeable shots. Obviously, it's his last go-around. He wants to perform well. I think he'll perform much better in the second half.
Czar, I thought that was a very good point that you made, but the microphone, unfortunately, is not working. And a look at the individual scoring totals. Vince Carter coming off the bench with 7 points. Kevin Garnett leading the West with 14, and Dirk Nowitzki with 9. One of the highlights of the first half, for several minutes, Rick Adelman, the West coach, did play Shaquille O'Neal and Yao Ming together.
Jeff, you had the early scoop on that. You had talked to Rick yesterday and again today and mentioned the fact that he might go with the huge lineup. I feel bad for Dirk Nowitzki. He could have been the point guard, something he really wanted to do with that group.
Yeah, having a 7-foot point guard. And the only way, really, that the East stayed in the game because they shot so poorly was because the West didn't take care of the ball very well. 18 turnovers.
And getting ready for the second half, let's go over to Craig Sager.
Well, before the game, the East teammates said that they wanted Michael Jordan to be the MVP. As you mentioned, Marv, just 2 for 10. I talked to Jason Kidd. Kidd said it still can happen. Michael right now has 246 career All-Star points. He is only 5 behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If he gets 6 points in the second half, he'll become the all-time leading scorer in All-Star game history. And if the East wins, Jason says his teammates think that will be enough for him to get the MVP. The big thing is for them to win the game first.
All right, Craig. We mentioned Vince Carter stepping aside. Now, a couple of weeks back, Tracy McGrady and Allen Iverson made the offer to Michael Jordan. And Michael said, thank you, I appreciate it, but I don't think that is the right thing to do. It was back in 1978 in the All-Star game here in Atlanta that Doug Collins graciously stepped aside and gave his starting spot on the East squad to John Havlicek, who was wrapping up an illustrious career.
Well, as Michael said from the beginning, he did not want, and it's very difficult, but he did not want this weekend to be all about Michael Jordan. But as Allen Iverson goes to the basket and finishes, but that's what everybody wants. They want this to be about Michael, not taking away from All-Star Weekend, but he obviously is the focal point.
The West now up by 1. Jason Kidd starting the second half, so Michael Jordan will be coming off the bench. Kobe Bryant not able to hit. Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound. So Iverson and Kidd in the backcourt. O'Neal up front with Brad Miller and Tracy McGrady. O'Neal and Garnett pegs it ahead. Picked off by O'Neal. Miller try to lob it. And back comes the West. Steve Francis of the Houston Rockets try to set it up for Kobe Bryant. McGrady from Iverson.
I really like how Iverson's playing in this game. He's making his teammates better. He's bringing the second defender to him, creating easy opportunities for his teammates.
And that's the 4th assist for Iverson. Bryant for Francis. Good ball movement by the West, leading to this, an open shot for Francis. Francis from downtown.
Well, that's the type of unselfish play that you'd like to see take place as Iverson takes to the basket and still shows you, Jeff, that he does remember how to score the basketball.
The game is tied at 58. And the foul on Iverson.
Allen Iverson gets out in front quickly as Jason Kidd pitches the ball ahead. Then it's just a matter of him finding the seam and his great ability to finish by reversing it on the other side.
How about the statement yesterday by Jason Kidd, who becomes a free agent July 1st. He'd been ducking the issue, but yesterday, although as Garnett hits again, although Kidd pointed out how happy he is with the Nets, he said it would be hard to turn down playing with a big man like Tim Duncan. He said he feels he could help the Spurs win a championship.
Well, obviously, you know, Kidd, no matter, is going to be the most sought-after free agent, minus Tim Duncan out there. He can win in New Jersey, which was proven last year. He can win in San Antonio, but I think New Jersey's done all they can to keep him. They've built a good team. They have a solid organization. They've drafted well. Now it's up to Jason Kidd to make his decision.
Let me throw one little thing into the mix here. How about Tony Parker? Going to be 20 years old right now, okay, who's in his second year in the NBA, who's done an excellent job for him as Tim Duncan, the big man we're talking about, hits the jumper from the outside. Now what's happening to Tony Parker? He's sitting there saying, wait a minute, they want to bring somebody else in and knock me out of my job? What do I become, a sub now off the bench? Well, a lot involved there for San Antonio. Very risky to make an effort to go after him right now.
Tony Parker is an outstanding second-year player. Duncan is rejected by O'Neal, but Jason Kidd's addition, I would think, would accelerate the possibilities for San Antonio. The Spurs will be well under the salary cap after this season.
You know what's hard to do, Marv, is win and be under the salary cap. The Spurs management has done an outstanding job remaining a championship contender and, as Jason Kidd knocks down the three, and still having the ability to add great players like Jason Kidd.
Jason nearly went for the hat trick, but hit on his 3rd attempt from downtown. Duncan is fouled, so Duncan will go to the line, and we'll check in with Craig Sager.
Well, Marv, last night, Jeff Gordon competing in the Budweiser Shootout, finishing second at Daytona. Now he's singing the stands at the All-Star game. What do you think of the game so far?
It's great. I mean, it's awesome to be here to see Jordan play for the last time in the All-Star game, and I know he's going to get 5 more points here, but it's a great event. I mean, you know, it shows a lot of where NBA's come from, where they're going, and we're excited about, you know, TNT covering it because they do a lot of stuff with NASCAR races.
Our NASCAR starts in July, but Marv earlier was talking about the gridlock, having trouble getting around. How are you getting around the streets of Atlanta?
I actually had to get out and walk, so yeah, the traffic's incredible here. Reminds me a lot of a NASCAR race.
Well, Marv, don't feel bad. If Jeff Gordon has to walk through traffic, I guess we all do. Marv.
You know, I was going to walk. Czar just refused to get out of the car.
That is not true. We actually had to walk back. The entire group last night had to walk back to our hotel. It was much quicker. It would have been a 35, 40-minute wait. Instead, just walk 3 blocks, made it easy.
West with a 3-point lead. 3.5 gone by in this third quarter. Steve Francis being played now by Allen Iverson, getting the pick from his teammate Yao Ming. Now Duncan with the mismatch. And tipped home by Kobe Bryant.
We'll just let that offensive goaltending go by for right now, since he put his hand inside the bottom of the rim to finish it.
Here's McGrady. 10 points for Tracy. Off the turnover, Iverson. Yes. That's a 3 for Iverson. Allen Iverson, the most valuable player of the NBA All-Star Game 2 years ago. 25 points, 27 minutes at 15 points. And that comeback in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant taking to the rim. It counts. Here we go to something.
Duncan finding Jason right behind him, and finished off by Kobe, and then Kobe staying with it, finishing with the left hand.
Kobe Bryant just 3 of 7 from the field. So the West up by 1. Garnett trying to strip McGrady, and he's called for the reach-in. Let's send it over to Cheryl.
Thanks a lot, Marv. Well, Shaq, a week from Tuesday, it's going to be Yao Ming and Shaq part 2. What's it been like to play with him, as far as, with him instead of against him?
He's a very nice guy. I met his family yesterday. He's a beautiful family. He's a very honorable person. He's good for the game. I'm glad he's here.
How talented do you think he can eventually be?
Very talented. He has a lot of great fundamental skills. He runs the court well. He plays like a big man. He's a shot blocker.
So when are we going to see you lob to him?
Well, in order for us to, go against a shot block, you have to take it to him, and that's my game. So, I look to, do the same thing I've been doing for the last 10 years.
I'm talking about in the All-Star game. I want to see a lob. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, well, you and them standard answers.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, when are we going to see the lob?
Next time I get on the break, I'll throw a lob, maybe.
All right, thanks a lot, Shaq. Let's go back to you, Marv.
Shaquille O'Neal of the Los Angeles Lakers, who have won 5 in a row, 13 of their last 17. Kobe Bryant, who comes off the 46-point performance against the Knicks this past Thursday night in New York. Duncan. And back comes the East, a 3-on-1. Tracy McGrady. That's 12 points for McGrady. So the East up by 1. Bryant and Francis at the guards, with Duncan, Garnett, and Yao up front. Kidd stepped away. Bryant not able to take advantage. Brad Miller able to finish. Nice setup from Allen Iverson.
He's not a household name, but he runs the floor extremely well in transition. Him and Jermaine O'Neal can really run the floor. He was on a nice receiving end of a good fast break pass.
Meanwhile, we have Kevin Garnett just having an outstanding game. 9 for 15 from the floor, 18 points, 7 rebounds in 25 minutes.
Oh, what a pass! And Tim Duncan is able to finish. 6 assists for Francis, and the West with a 74-73 lead.
That's 2 passes we've seen Brad Miller try. One a lob and one behind his back, that he should take those, stick them in a suitcase, and not use them ever again. Jason Kidd in the open floor, crossing it over, and McGrady with the strong finish at the end.
Are you a real fan? Want to see the replay? Want to be courtside? Have you ever been in a locker room? Need a photo? Need a score? When is game time? Did you catch that? Looking for some stuff? Then log on to NBA.com and check out all your favorite NBA apparel. To shop, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Someone here's trying to make a collect call. Calm down, people. All you gotta do is dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you, it's cheap for them. What do you say we get up out of here and go hit a disco? Or not.
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
I filled this city with bullets!
Detective Eldon Perry was ruthless, corrupt, and one step ahead of the law he was sworn to enforce.
I ain't got a gun! Yeah, you do!
On February 21st, it'll take an entire city to take him out.
He swooped down on me like the Lord's fury.
Kurt Russell and Ving Rhames.
I ain't going down.
Dark Blue, rated R, starts February 21st at theaters everywhere.
I used to worry about money. Then I got Brown. Brown helps me figure it all out. Brown manages my inventory, fills my orders, then ships them to retailers anywhere. And here's the cool part. It saves me money, so I have the cash to keep my business growing and my people stoked. They're stoked.
Order fulfillment, distribution, one company. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Welcome back to Atlanta. College legend, NBA champion, and NBA All-Star. Cazzie Russell today leads the most unlikely college basketball team in Georgia.
Pablo, come on, Pablo, Picasso, Pablo, Picasso.
Offensive sets named for a master. It fits.
A lot of people thought Savannah State, but I was going to, and I said, no, it's Savannah College of Art and Design. You going to an art school?
Is Division III too small a canvas for the Michigan legend who helped the Knicks to the 1970 title?
The hell with my fault. Why don't you just give him the game?
Cazzie has coaxed 7 stellar seasons from a limited palette, and
When they leave here, they'll be well educated. Trust me.
What wins games? Defense. What wins games? Defense. What wins games? Defense. All right.
Cazzie, a dazzling offensive player for the New York Knicks, then the Golden State Warriors, and a one-time assistant coach with the Czar.
Yes, I was very fortunate. I had not only Don Chaney, Willis Reed, but also Cazzie Russell, all as my assistant coaches here with the Atlanta Hawks. And Cazzie has an inner peace with himself. Really has some things in mind as Shaq finishes with, oh, the travel is called. It's taken away. No basket for Shaq.
You know, I wish you had that inner peace.
No, Cazzie really does. He has a calmness about him, and going to that college he knew would be a challenge, yet he never was concerned with the fact that it was a small college, art school. He just wanted to coach basketball and help young people develop.
Jeff, do you find the Czar very philosophical here tonight?
He really is. It's a different side, a lighter side to the Czar, and I think it's a very nice touch that he's adding here, where he's just sticking up for everyone that he was ever associated with the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, there's a public relations theme going here right from the start.
It's amazing what one win can do for you in the sophomore game.
All right, Tracy McGrady at the line. Michael Jordan is back on the floor. And a look at the national TV NBA schedule. Wednesday on ESPN, Dallas and Milwaukee. Thursday on TNT, Orlando, Detroit, and Boston, Portland. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock game on ABC, the Philadelphia 76ers and the New Jersey Nets.
A red hot
Portland Trailblazers. How about them right now? Are they playing outstanding basketball? They are right up at the top there in the Western Conference.
Oh, beautiful pass. The backdoor toss from Shaquille O'Neal to his teammate Kobe Bryant.
And O'Neal's an underrated low-post passer. He's really improved that from the first time he's come in the league. He's a great passer, particularly against double teams, creating open shots for all Lakers.
Here's Jordan, rejected by O'Neal. And you can hear the reaction from the crowd. They were not happy. Foul is called on Duncan.
Michael, as you mentioned, just a few points away of taking over the all-time leadership. It looks like he's going to be able to get 2 of them right here, but Shaq goes up and says, not getting it over the top of me. And then the quick little bounce pass to the cutter down the lane. Shaquille, as you mentioned, a very good interior passer.
Jermaine O'Neal has tied the game at 76. Michael is now 3 for 13 from the field. And that was the first block shot by the West.
Well, not to change direction, but as you look at some of the footwear on the players tonight, they remind me of some of the cars that you see with the metallic finishes on them. You got these high finish sneaks on tonight. Blues and golds and orange and purple.
Right there. Just getting back to the game. Bryant with the pass to O'Neal. And the West up by 1. That's the 12th lead change in this third quarter.
You like me talking about metallic finishes, I can tell.
Tracy McGrady.
So the worst shoes, though, I have voting for Yao with the powder blue low cut.
Non-metallic finish, that's still okay. There you go. There's Yao. And his powder blues, a little Carolina. Maybe he's showing respect to Michael Jordan that he wore the Carolina blues tonight. That could be it. Inside, the power. He wants to tear that one down right there. And as he runs back down, Kobe sticks out his hand to give him a 5. Shaq ignores. He says to his teammate, not right now, just leave me alone.
Michael Jordan able to hit the fadeaway over Gary Payton. So Jordan with 8 points is now 2 away from passing Kareem as the all-time all-star scorer. Tim Duncan right back. The East up by 1. Stephon Marbury of the Phoenix Suns checking back into the lineup. And both clubs are on fire. Tracy McGrady from downtown. 19 points for McGrady. Brady with 14 of his 19 here in the third. Here's Marion for 3. O'Neal changed his mind. Duncan. And another offensive rebound for the West. Finally, Jermaine O'Neal able to get to the ball. Here's Jordan hit on the reach-in by Payton. So Michael Jordan within 2 points of taking over the top spot in all-star scoring. Timeout taken. 2:04 to go in this third quarter.
Encourage a lifelong love of reading. Read to achieve.
I hear a voice from the back of the room. I hear a voice cry out, you want something good.
Filter out everything you don't need, keep what's good. That's called filtering. That's pure MGD.
When you gotta have sports, DirecTV puts you on track, on court, on field, and on top of all, the best action with SportsBack. With specialty networks like NBA TV, Fox Sports World, the Golf Channel, the Outdoor Channel, and over 20 regional sports networks from around the country. You'll always be in the game with SportsBack. Visit DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DirecTV and order today.
Here you go. You just programmed your new digital video recorder.
So now I can watch all my favorite shows whenever I want?
Yes, sir.
So if I just walk out the door right now, it'll record them?
Automatically.
I'm stepping towards the door, and I'm not missing a thing.
Right.
It's prime time, and I'm leaving the house. I am now on the porch.
Introducing DirecTV Digital Video Recording. Now you can watch what you want, when you want to watch it. Visit these retailers for a demo today.
The 2003 NBA All-Star Game. Brought to you by Jordan. What do you love? And by Cold Filtered MGD. A better process makes a better beer.
3 times the chase, 3 times the adrenaline, 3 times the drama. For the first time on network television, Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Welcome back to Atlanta. I'm joined by the Commissioner, David Stern, a man that came in retro, but stayed modern. And David, you came in, first of all, you remember Michael Jordan when he came in as a young pup, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
And grew into the mega superstar that he is. Give me your all-time favorite All-Star memory.
My Michael, it was actually, you know, it's interesting. There were so many. I mean it sincerely. I was.
Pick one.
I don't have a favorite one. I just so much enjoy having him around.
What has he meant to the league?
I tell you that he really does inspire the younger players. You saw it out there. They love him. He shows them how to compete, and he shows them how intensively you have to work hard. He's been great for us.
Hey, congratulations on a great weekend once again.
You know, thank you. And Michael's he's the Cheryl Miller of the NBA.
You know, I tell that to everybody. Marv?
That is high praise. And Michael Jordan with his 10th point, so he has now passed by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he is the all-time All-Star scorer. Incidentally, the commissioner has been on a media tour today. Gary Payton. And the East up by 4. Commissioner's been in demand. I think he's made appearances on every outlet except the Food Channel. He has made the rounds. McGrady from downtown. And the East with a 7-point advantage.
One of the things that he's accomplished is we may be getting, from what I understand, Marv, reportedly, that some changes in the playoff format coming up at the end of this season.
It has to only be approved by the Players Association. They will expand the first round to a best of 7. I don't think the Lakers mind that at all.
Well, there are many that feel that this is a big advantage for the Los Angeles Lakers. Like you, Jeff?
Well, I think that certainly the 7-game series favors the better team. And the Lakers this year will be a lower-seeded team, but they'll have the advantage going in the first round.
All right, here's Stojakovic with a rainbow 3. And the foul called by Louis Grillo. Ben Wallace picks it up. Speaking of media outlets, yes, the commissioner did spend some time earlier with CNN's Wolf Blitzer. CNN's late edition. East over the limit, and Stephon Marbury at the line. And what a dramatic bounce back it has been for Stephon. Last year's subpar season, and having a career year in revitalizing the Phoenix Suns.
And in a certain sense, this finally is an opportunity for Stephon Marbury to get rid of some of the criticism that took place, whereby he, look, let's face it, when he left Minnesota, it was Hughes Will and his party, went to New Jersey, they could not win there, and now finally being able to turn the team into a winning team is a big plus for this young man.
He said he could not tune into the NBA Finals last June until the 4th and final round. Marbury lost it, 4th and final game, I should say, and here is Carter, the crowd looking for they wanted more from Vince. They wanted something out of the slam dunk competition.
I'm not sure Vince wanted to do it or give it back to Tracy McGrady on that one.
But Marbury last year was portrayed as the major reason for the Suns' poor year. Marion has stopped, and he was the guy traded for Jason Kidd. And Shaquille O'Neal able to put it down. Looks like Ben Wallace is shaken up.
Landed on that right ankle right there. He turned his right ankle as he came down.
And to get back to Marbury, he was really blamed for not being able to have his team as Kidd so turned around New Jersey. It's good to see with the Amari Stoudemire and with Shawn Marion that they've been able to advance and play above this year.
Tracy McGrady with 17 points in this third quarter, 17 of his 22. The All-Star record is 20 in a quarter. Glenn Rice did it in Cleveland back in '97.
Explorers coming through here all day long. No doubt. They keep coming in, leaving, coming in. Non-stop.
Yeah, check this out.
I can dig it.
The 2003 Ford Explorer.
That third row seat folding down, you get in there, plenty of room.
After you buff it, it's like butter.
It's been the best-selling SUV for 11 years.
I got a feeling we're going to be washing a lot more, man.
And break time is over, fellas.
The 2003 Ford Explorer. Popularity has no boundaries.
Let's go. Check ball. Check ball.
Check.
Check. Come on, baby.
Hey, check. Check it out.
There you go. 0-0.
1-0.
2-0.
Check ball. Check ball.
1-2.
5-5. 7, baby.
6-0. 8-7. 9-8. 10. Hold on.
10-8.
Check up your ball. Ball up.
This is game.
Game point. Fred, come on. This game point.
That's game.
Nah, yo, best of 5.
Let's go then.
Hey, Veronica? Yeah? Would you like to go to McDonald's with me? No, I wouldn't, Steve. It's Sam. Whatever.
I'll go, Sam. McDonald's and a man like you? A girl would be crazy to pass that up.
That was really cool, Aunt Tiffany. What?
All right, y'all know what to do. Let's get it on. Ever see a black diamond?
I want my stones, Mr. Fake.
You're not gonna be able to do that.
The stones are not what you think they are.
The no gun policy is no longer gonna stop you. Break out the heat.
Rated R. Starts Friday, February 28th.
This will be a long one.
Yeah.
What's Steve gonna do?
Probably watch a lot of golf.
Hi, may I help you?
Hi, yes. We have this, and my wife wants this. Can you help me with this?
Sure. Got me a nice robe last year. I miss you.
Well, just one more week. Run out of clean dishes yet?
Steve?
I'm in here. Happy anniversary.
My own sink.
Max, you're killing me.
Hey, everybody jamming. Hey, man. She jamming, and they jamming too. Can a brother get a Bud Light, man?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
We
are back in Atlanta, and it is time for Bud Light's presentation of Danny Ainge's Caught My Eye.
Thanks, Marv. As we begin to push to the playoffs on TNT, things catching my eye. Which Portland team finishes the season? If it's the good one, look out. Two teams not to forget about, the underrated Detroit Pistons and the solid Utah Jazz. Trades, some teams need one. Philadelphia, New York, who has a chance, and the Orlando Magic. The Lakers are coming, the Lakers are coming. Houston, Houston, the Lakers are coming. Finally, the American Association of Retired Persons takes great pride in the play of Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Scottie Pippen. Their play at 37 and older has been exceptional and will be keys to their team's second-half performances.
Yes, the Blazers have won 9 of the last 10. 4 in a row. Another one of the elder statesmen in the NBA. Incidentally, guys, Danny Ainge still sulking after the loss to Kenny Smith.
He took a beating.
Shootout yesterday.
He took a beating yesterday. Kenny Smith was on fire. And going back to Portland, Marv, let's give Maurice Cheeks, the coach there, credit for putting Scottie Pippen at the point guard spot. Kind of a bold move, put the ball back in Scottie's hands. They've been winning games ever since then. And although Karl Malone and John Stockton are still the heart of that team, a new addition, Matt Harpring, along with Andre Kirilenko, now coming off the bench, have been the key for them.
And Sean Marion gets this fourth quarter underway. The East with a 93-88 lead. Val Mashburn is back on the floor. Allen Iverson in the backcourt, along with Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, Brad Miller, Jamal Mashburn up front. Michael is now 4 of 15 from the field. Shaquille O'Neal handling and putting between the legs, putting moves on Brad Miller. Shaq had been waiting all night for that. Jordan changed his mind. A little behind the back maneuver.
Somehow I don't think Phil Jackson's in Montana right now diagramming wing isolations for Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, they say they've tinkered with the offense a little bit in Los Angeles. Maybe that's what they meant.
Stojakovic from downtown. Peja Stojakovic, who last night won his second straight ATT shootout, edging out Wesley Person of Memphis for the second straight year. Miller and Stojakovic on it. Finds Marion. Strong move by Sean Marion.
Just jumped over the top of Brad Miller that time. Clean look at throwing it down at the front of the ring.
And the steal by Mashburn. The East up by 4 in the course of tonight's All-Star game. 989 Sports, PlayStation 2, presenting pictures from SkyCap. The angle that we're seeing right here. Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal going from left to right, not facing much defensive help there.
But that was a neat little play because Marbury set the screen close to the lane for O'Neal, an inverted type pick and roll as he's leading the break. Oh, nice look away.
Oh, and Gary Payton is able to finish.
They got to start featuring him more in transition, Coach.
We've seen it all tonight from Shaq. Think about it. He's dunked, he's blocked shots, he's isolated on the wing, and he led the fast break and made the system.
That will count, and the foul.
So now you have a 7'1", 320, 40, 60 pounds, taking it, dropping it on the floor, and then the finish at the end for the Western team. Little isolation here, through the legs, trying to show him he's got some tricks. Brad Miller gets a little laugh at him until Shaq starts coming at him.
And a solid game for Allen Iverson. 16 points, 5 assists. The East up by 3. Steve Nash of the Dallas Mavericks is back. This is Peja Stojakovic. Nash with the tip. And Carter cannot handle. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, it's racing. Obviously, you guys got your wish. Michael started. Jason Kidd said at halftime he gets the record. He's the MVP, but the way you're scoring, you may take it from him.
Well, I'm just going out playing, having fun, man. That's what it's all about. And I'm surprised that Michael did go out there and start. The way he sounded yesterday, he didn't sound too convincing about going out there. So, but we're out here having fun, man. Hopefully we can get this win, and whatever happens after the game happens.
Everybody on this court has respect for Michael Jordan, but you're one of the many that idolized him. What was it like for you to watch the halftime presentation?
It was great, you know. Got real emotional out there, but you know, Mariah, she did a great job of what she was doing up there. Looked good in that dress, and you know, everybody applauded her, man. It's a lot of respect for that guy right there. A lot of respect.
Well, we're down to a 1-point game. 8 minutes, 56 seconds left. The East leading the West, 199.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
How did I get my ticket to the All-Star game? I paid for it. It's my thirst. The game. What's yours?
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
Hey guys, meet the new guy.
Hi, I'm Bob Holtkamp.
Hey, help yourself to some snacks.
Speaking of which, you know what would taste good about now?
Yeah, a big, hot and juicy cheeseburger.
With everything.
I can almost taste it.
Telling me, if there were a place to get a hamburger that good this late, I'd not only drive, I'd buy.
Really?
Wendy's classic hamburgers are made fresh, so they're always hot and juicy, so you can eat great even late.
You must be the new guy.
Yeah, thanks.
Wendy's, it's better here.
Did he do the crime?
Right there in black and white.
He was murdered. Law and Order. You know you love it. Now see it weeknights at 7. Cable's only destination for Law and Order is now TNT.
How would you like to own your own business where all you need to do is go to your mailbox each month and pick up a check? It can be that easy with Ameripause, and our business is structured to help you earn big money your first year. It's all thanks to the unique money-making terminals from Ameripause. These point-of-sale or POS terminals are used to swipe credit cards in retail stores, but the Ameripause terminal does so much more. It sells prepaid phone cards, does electronic funds transfers, paid cellular airtime, and much more. And with every transaction, you make money. Merchants love them because they bring in so much additional money. And we help you partner with the most profitable locations so you make money on every Ameripause transaction. Call now. Ameripause only accepts a limited number of distributors in each county. Your call today could be the beginning of a whole new life. So call now.
I know I'll let you go. So I don't want to be on no poster. I got the little guy. Oh! Yeah. Oh, shoot. Look out. Oh. I got him. Help, somebody. Somebody come.
Somebody come, please help me. Jason Kidd in his 6th All-Star game, having another stellar season. And there is Adam Sandler, who will star in the upcoming movie Anger Management, opening this April. Movie also stars a pretty fair actor by the name of Jack Nicholson, along with Marisa Tomei.
And Ron Artest, I heard, is making a cameo in that movie.
Oh, a little cheap shot.
You didn't like that, huh?
No, I thought it was very good.
Okay.
The Czar did get it. Tied at 100. Just under 9 remaining in this 4th quarter. So, Jeff, when you're back on the coaching lines and the muscular Ron Artest comes in your direction,
I'm heading the other way,
understand.
but I'll tell you what, I'd take 12 of him on my team. I'll tell you that right now. I love the way he approaches a game. I love the way he plays it. I just hope it doesn't, his antics don't obscure how good a player he's become.
The lob could not be handled by Marion, but kept alive by Stojakovic. Payton. And another offensive rebound. And another. O'Neal powers his way by Ben Wallace.
Shaq, in his own way, has had an outstanding game. He's got 16 points, 12 rebounds, couple block shots.
And how about Tracy McGrady? 25 points, 9 of 13 from the field. He had 17 of the 25 in the third quarter. And back comes Jordan. The lead for O'Neal. Nicely done. The East by 3. Nash and Payton in the backcourt. Marion, Stojakovic, and O'Neal on the front line. Shot clock is down to 5. Here's Nash for 3. Rebounded by McGrady. Jordan. Shot has been off. O'Neal. Iverson. Yes. And the East leading 107-102.
Allen Iverson makes more tough shots, fading away, falling back, off balance after taking steps to split through defenders.
Open shot for Payton. Once again, O'Neal able to clear it. Iverson putting moves on Nash. Oh, what a pass to O'Neal. Oh! And he is fouled.
Eastern Conference team realize that they have to take advantage of every opportunity they can in transition so that they can get some easy scores, easy look at the basket. They get Jermaine O'Neal running on the floor. This time, Peja lays it up. You see Shaq keeping it alive, and then Shaq gets his balance, finishes, knowing he's too strong, too big for Ben Wallace.
And substitutions for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant return. Jermaine O'Neal, who spent 4 years with Portland, bypassed college, became the youngest player ever to play in an NBA game, making his second All-Star appearance. And what a year it's been for Isaiah Thomas and the Indiana Pacers. Shaq able to keep it alive. Nowitzki for 3. Shot clock still alive. And Bryant's pass broken up. 4 on 3 for the East. Jermaine O'Neal. And Wallace going to hustle it down. And Bryant going to keep to the dribble. Yes, he does. Gets it to Nash. It counts. And the foul. What a play by Kobe Bryant to race down that loose ball and handle the dribble.
Yeah, he was tightrope walking along the sideline. Then when he saves it, he lands right into a bunch of cameramen down on the baseline. You'll see right here, it winds up landing on top of the camera, but saves it. Nash makes the recovery, and then the finish after the foul.
So Steve Nash, second best free throw shooter in the NBA behind Allen Houston of the Knicks at 92% at the line. We'll go over to Cheryl Miller.
Thanks a lot, Marv. 13 seasons in the league. 9 times he appeared in the All-Star game. Gary Payton, the glove, legendary for his skills. Gary, what happened in the skills challenge yesterday?
Sure, I lost you some money, I heard it.
You lost me enough.
I heard I lost you some money. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm sorry, but you know, I messed up on my chest pass. I should have won it, but it was cool.
What's it been like having, you know, Michael Jordan this last season and everything else? Real quick.
Well, it's been great. I mean, you know, it's great for him to go out like this, and we tribute him. He's the greatest basketball player to ever play.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary.
We get explorers coming through here all day long. No doubt. They keep coming in, leaving, coming in, non-stop.
Yeah, check this out.
I can dig it.
The 2003 Ford Explorer.
That third row seat folding down, you get in there, plenty of room.
After you buff it, it's like butter.
It's been the best-selling SUV for 11 years.
I got a feeling we're going to be washing a lot more, man.
And break time is over, fellas.
The 2003 Ford Explorer. Popularity has no boundaries.
I will teach you how to kill. The difficult part is learning how to turn it off.
It's
2 men were found killed in a ritualistic fashion.
Alan's battle stress has become so deep it is a part of his personality.
How many more years and I can stop him?
Academy Award winner Tommy Lee Jones.
You better decide now what's an acceptable body kick. That's what you're going to get if you let these guys declare war on my boy.
Academy Award winner Benicio del Toro.
Remember me?
The Hunted, rated R, coming soon to theaters everywhere.
My wife bought the same one. Didn't fit. I love it, but the kids are allergic. Rashy.
How can I help you?
I'd like to return this.
No problem.
Okay, the thing is...
Sir, we'll take it back.
So I don't need it.
Nope.
Make returns, not excuses. Because at Circuit City, we offer easy, no-hassle returns and exchanges. Circuit City, we're with you.
We're moving to Europe. Different plugs. You don't need it, but that's good.
Let's go. Check ball. Check ball. Check. Check. Come on, baby. Hey, check. Check it out. There you go. 0-0.
1 zip.
2-0. Check ball. Check ball. 1-2.
5-5. 7, baby.
8-6. 8-7. 9-8. 10.
Hold up.
10-8. Check up your ball.
Ball up.
This is game.
Game point. Bring. Come on. This game point. That's game.
Nah, yo, best of 5.
Let's go then.
I'm all shook up. Yeah. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own feet. Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. I'm all shook up.
Will be a TNT special coming up on Tuesday, February the 18th. We'll be in Los Angeles at Staples. Yao Ming, Shaquille O'Neal meeting once again. And a look at the Shanghai Sharks, Yao's former teammates. It's 12:42 in the afternoon in Shanghai, China. Checking out the action on Chinese television as we showed you earlier. Here's Jordan. Yes. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the fourth, and the East with a 112-104 lead. Michael Jordan now 6 of 18, 14 points. Foul is on Bryant. That's his third.
You know, Michael is actually having fun right now. He really is. He wants to hold on to this lead. He wants to win the game with the Eastern Conference, and he's playing very, very hard right now.
And the East has picked up its shooting in the second half. Nowitzki not able to hit from downtown, but Kevin Garnett is there. So Garnett with 20.
Allen Iverson was caught on the back of a much bigger Western Conference player. Just tried to knock it out of there. Instead, tipped it to the wrong team.
Jason Kidd. And here's Michael Jordan. 16 for Jordan.
He's got much better arc and rotation on the ball in the second half. It's up in the air. He's giving himself a chance to make those shots. And he's also being guarded by a bigger man who's giving him a cushion, so he's got more airspace to rise up and shoot it.
So the ball back to the East. Tracy McGrady is the high point man with 25, 17 coming in the third. Allen Iverson with 18 points and 6 assists. Garnett leads the West with 20, and Shaq 16 points, 12 rebounds.
I'm not sure Michael was ready for the fact that Allen Iverson was tracking him the entire time and threw a beautiful bounce pass through the lane, anticipating Michael coming out on the other side of the rim.
Foul is called. A reach-in foul. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, Marv, it is Michael Jordan's night, but a couple of players on the East bench not happy, not getting any playing time in the second half. Teammates Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, the Boston Celtics. I asked Paul Pierce why he wasn't playing. He says, you have to ask the coach. I asked Antoine Walker if he was all right. He said, yeah, ask the coach. Isaiah's comment was, it's my team.
Well, Paul Pierce, 13 minutes. Antoine Walker, only 10 minutes.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas, 4 minutes. I was concerned whether it was the knee brace on Antoine Walker, which I know he's still in pain on that one. And then the concern with Ilgauskas is the numerous surgeries he's had on his feet.
Just under 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant tried to extend, could not hit. It's the biggest lead of the night. Here's Jordan with the change of pace. And rejected by Bryant. Jordan.
And you know Kobe took great pleasure in that because of Michael stealing the ball from him from behind before.
So Michael has been blocked twice, once by Shaq, once by Kobe. Garnett gets inside.
But see, that's what I think he loves about it, is they're competing against him instead of letting him just do what he wants. That's what's exciting about the All-Star game, is when people compete to their utmost ability.
Iverson.
But Doc Rivers, the coach of Orlando, had a suggestion that you up the ante in the All-Star game and play. Oh, as Kevin Garnett throws it down. Up the ante in the All-Star game and play winner take all.
Well, the winners get $20,000. The losers receive $10,000.
That's a big $10,000 incentive.
Oh, yeah.
To you and me. Maybe not to them, but to you and me, I'd be going all for it.
We're just under 3 remaining in the fourth. Duncan not able to handle that pass. Iverson on the move, whipping by Nowitzki. Allen Iverson protecting the ball on Dirk Nowitzki. 22 for Iverson. Francis, yes. 118-112, the East with the lead. The East has won 4 of the last 6 All-Star games. The West won last year in Philadelphia. Overall, the East with 32 victories. They've dominated the West with 19. Here's Jordan with a flip that goes home. And the crowd responds. Michael Jordan with 18 points.
You can see what this last 2.5 minutes means. When you see the guys tugging on their trunks, getting down that serious defensive stance, they're digging in right now.
Duncan. So with a minute and 40 to go in this fourth quarter, it's a 6-point lead for the East.
And Garnett and Duncan are so fundamental. They have a hard time playing in a game that's so scattered, but they are just excellent at passing, catching, and finishing in the lane.
McGrady putting the move on Garnett. Garnett got a piece of it. McGrady able to retrieve. Shot clock down to 1. Here's Kidd. And it's a 24-second violation.
This is the play now where Kobe Bryant finally gets a little revenge. Michael fakes him out, but Kobe comes right back from behind and blocks it with the left hand. And then Michael getting a much bigger player to get up in the air, step on the switch hands, go to the left, and the floater in for Michael Jordan.
The drama of the NBA comes from the intensity. You get the excitement, chills, anticipation.
Last-second plays. Great players. Making great plays.
The drama of the NBA comes from not knowing what to expect.
You're on a roller coaster. You don't know where it's going to take you next.
The great players thrive on those kind of moments.
Whether it's a big free throw or a big rebound, as a fan, I love it.
The drama of the NBA is on Thursday.
Thursday on TNT.
I hear a voice from the back of the room. I hear a voice cry out, you want something good.
Filter out everything you don't need, keep what's good. That's called filtering. That's pure MGD.
Nice shot. All day. You reach, I teach.
Bet you won't score again.
I won't score again? How you like that rainbow? That's ugly. Could have done. You should have done. Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
My name is Jimmy Lancaster. David Bolden, Sergeant Lancaster, and myself both served in Afghanistan together. Being in top physical condition is a necessity, so took the Bowflex with us.
We'd all seen the commercials, but never had used one before. The initial reaction to working out on the Bowflex was, it was a tremendous machine. Everybody in our camp wanted to use the Bowflex. And you can go heavy, you can do a lightweight workout, you can max yourself out on the Bowflex.
Well, the thing I say to guys who are skeptical of the Bowflex is try it.
Try it out and see what you think.
It's a very effective piece of fitness equipment that anybody can benefit from, no matter what your fitness level is. I use Bowflex, and that's all I use.
The Bowflex kept us mentally focused as well as physically.
They helped us stay in shape, and staying in shape helped us do our jobs.
Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web today. Bowflex, real results.
Listen up, TNTers. Cartoon Network's Adult Swim All-Star Extravaganza is coming up after the game. You'll see Futurama, Harvey Birdman, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and a couple of other shows that are pretty out there.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on up, like a sex machine, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Can we hit it like we did one more time on the top?
Michael, a 6-time NBA champion, 10-time league scoring leader, and MVP of the All-Star game on 3 occasions, 2 in the 90s, won it in 1998. Michael Jordan, who played in his first All-Star game back in 1985, that was in Indianapolis. Ralph Sampson was the game MVP. Michael went only 2 for 9, 7 points, and in 22 minutes. Tonight he started 0 for his first 7. He's 8 for 15 since then. Garnett blocked from behind, but a foul on Jermaine O'Neal.
Nice job that time of throwing the ball right back to the top of the circle. They had a high-low situation. Tim Duncan saw Garnett sealing his man on his back. Garnett wanted the ball go back to the top and throw it in. Excellent execution.
Kevin Garnett, 12 of 18 from the field. He has 24 points. It's a 6-point lead for the East. The stars for the East, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson. As we start thinking about MVP possibilities, Kevin Garnett has led the West.
I have to go right now. If the East can continue on with this lead, it has to be, in my mind, Tracy McGrady, even though Iverson has also played an outstanding game.
Iverson's played very, very well. Tracy McGrady, outstanding.
Tracy with 20 of his 25 in the second half. We're down to 1:08 remaining of this 52nd NBA All-Star game.
Box out right here.
26 for Garnett.
Now, what do we do all of a sudden if the West makes a couple of passes? And we'll talk about MVPs for the West. Is that it? You don't want to give them any credit now?
You're a guy who makes quick adjustments. Jordan with the step back. And rebounded by Bryant. The West very much alive, down by just 4. Francis lost it, but last touched by Kidd. Jason Kidd, incidentally, with 10 assists, 5 steals. 48.3 to go. Bryant being played by Kidd. Can't find the shot. And they need a quick shot here. Duncan. It counts, and the foul.
So like I said,
yes,
soon we'll be discussing, in case the Western Conference should win, who might you consider as their MVP? A little pass and cut, clear it out, give the big man space, get your defender up in the air, draw the contact, and then he's so long, Tim Duncan, to finish there, and the three-point play.
Completes the three-point play by hitting the foul shot. He was fouled by Jermaine O'Neal. It's a 1-point game with a half-minute remaining on the 4th. The East up by 1. Crowd would like to see Michael Jordan take it at Shawn Marion. And he does. But but he was blocked. That shot deflected. And the West with an opportunity to take the lead. Kobe hit on a reach-in with 10.1 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Michael tried to run the shot clock down as far as possible, but he saw the seam right there, decides to try and step through. The problem is there's too many red jerseys around there. Michael maybe could get the foul call. Instead tries to get it back at the other end and call him on the reach-in.
And with the East over the limit, Bryant shooting 2 and misses on the first. Kobe at 83% free throw shooter. 10 and 1/10 seconds remaining. Bryant has tied the game. Kobe was 0 for 2 at the line before he connected.
So now if you're Isaiah Thomas going into this timeout, who are you going to draw up that last shot for?
Well, if you're being sentimental, you're going to Jordan. If you want to win it, go to McGrady.
We'll be back in a moment.
Hyundai Sonata with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you go your own way, you win.
Move. Ready.
Hello, ladies.
Set.
Let's go.
Gone. Coming to TNT 3 nights in a row. Nicolas Cage.
We do this, we do it my way.
Angelina Jolie.
What do you think is more exciting, having sex or stealing cars?
For the first time on network television. Gone in 60 seconds. 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Okay, let's ride.
We know drama.
We are down to 10 seconds remaining in regulation. And the game is tied at 1:20. Just for the record, there have been 5 overtime games played in all-star competition. The last was 1993 in Salt Lake City, Utah. The West defeating the East 135-132. You look unhappy about that, Jeff.
I'm still bitter about that loss. I was on the East staff under Pat Riley. We had a chance to win it. Missed a couple open jumpers to win in regulation, lost in overtime.
All right, let's see how the East plays it. Jason Kidd will inbound. Jordan guarded by Marion, checking the clock. Jordan with 4, 3, not over the head. Duncan with the rebound, and we go to overtime.
Well, Isaiah certainly gave him the opportunity to be the star at the end of the night. The ball was up on the rim. Michael got a look. He had a tall, active defender on him, which made Michael fade away, fall away just a little bit more than he would have liked to. But they clear the side of the floor. Sean Marion, no slouch at the defensive end, challenges Michael Jordan. As he fades, you see Marion go right up there with the hand on the front of the rim, but rolls off.
The West with an 8-0 run to send it to OT.
When it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long. The road is up where we belong. Where the eagles cry.
The drama of the NBA comes from the intensity.
Get the excitement.
Chills. Anticipation.
Last-second plays. Great players.
Making great plays.
The drama of the NBA comes from not knowing what to expect.
You're on a roller coaster. You don't know where it's going to take you next.
The great players thrive on those kind of moments.
Whether it's a big free throw or big rebound, as a fan, I love it.
The drama of the NBA is on Thursday.
Thursdays on TNT.
Here's Jordan with a flip that goes home. And the crowd responds. Michael Jordan with 18 points.
I thank you for your support. Now I can go home and feel at peace with the game of basketball. Thank you, brother.
An emotional speech at halftime by Michael Jordan. And this crowd would have liked, or most of this crowd would have liked to have seen Michael conclude it dramatically. But he was not able to do it, and we're headed to overtime as we hit the 11 o'clock hour Eastern time. 5-minute overtime session. Michael has scored 12 of his 18 in the second half. Got off to the bad start, missed his first 7 shots, 8 for 25 in his 34 minutes of play. The high point man, Kevin Garnett, with 26 points. And Tracy McGrady leading the East with 25. Allen Iverson has 22.
And it's interesting, Jordan starting overtime on the bench, and O'Neal has now come back in, and they've gone with the big front court again for the East, or the West, I'm sorry.
Francis and Bryant in the backcourt. Garnett, O'Neal, and Duncan up front. Here's Francis. Steve Francis has given the West a 2-point lead. So the West has come back from a 10-point deficit, and they have scored the last 10 points. Iverson met on the switch by O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal. Iverson skying for missed time, but able to get to it. Iverson wide open. Look for the better shot.
I actually thought maybe Allen might try to bank it off the glass from that particular angle there, but instead he's so used to playing it straight in, he went back to his strength.
Game tied at 122. Bryant for O'Neal. And Shaq is able to line drive it home.
For those people who are just tuning in, I think they're seeing the best of the NBA. They're seeing a very competitive game down the stretch, good offense, and most importantly, good defense, so you can tell just how good the offense is.
Well, they're serious right here now. This is a different phase of the game after a playground sequence that we saw through the second quarter. The West now leading 124, 122, 3:47 remaining. In overtime, Shaquille O'Neal was called for that foul. Look at the scoring totals. McGrady leading the way for the East with 25. Iverson 24. Garnett with 26 points. Allen Iverson at the line hit the first and has tied the game at 124. This the 6th overtime game in the history of All-Star competition. It's a series that dates back to 1951. Bryant, yes.
Bryant's had an outstanding game. That time catches the ball, puts it on the floor, suddenly pulls up and gets a clean look, and we see Allen Iverson come right back with the finish at the other end.
Allen Iverson, the MVP of the All-Star game 2 years ago, making a strong bid here tonight.
You mentioned the overall game he had been playing while Michael was on the floor. Now Michael goes to the bench. Allen Iverson decides he may have to be the one to be the scorer out there for the East.
No, it's on Duncan. And what's so amazing is how well he finishes in traffic at his size. Until you're up next to him, you don't realize how small and slight he is. He's just a great finisher because he can take the hit and still get it up on the board.
Iverson has 29. He scored all 7 East points in the overtime, and Kobe Bryant right back from downtown. The West 129 and the East 127. Iverson for 3. Rebounded by O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal blocked from behind by Kobe Bryant. 21 remaining on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant somehow getting a piece of that shot attempt. All right, here's McGrady. And a foul is called. Foul committed by Shaq. That is his third. And the 13th foul committed by the West. Oh, the steal by Bryant. Took it out of the hands of Kidd. Kobe Bryant. And Kobe with 7 points here in overtime. Plus a huge rejection. 17 in all for Bryant. The West up by 4. Iverson hitting the contact. Fouled by by Bryant.
From the end of regulation time into this overtime, Kobe has been a huge factor here for the Western Conference. He fakes it to the left, sticks it in there, and now picks his pocket, comes down at the other end and shows the great finish by bringing it back over his head two-handed.
It's his competitive spirit that really separates himself. He competes each game, each practice in the summers to get better, and then right there, he didn't just pick any point guard. He picked the best point guard in the game today in Jason Kidd.
And here's Michael Jordan checking back in, replacing Ben Wallace. So Isaiah Thomas is going with a three-guard set. He has Iverson, Kidd. Jordan would be considered the small forward, along with McGrady and O'Neal.
And Isaiah Thomas has shortened the rotation here in the second half. He's going for the win.
2.5 remaining in OT. Garnett. So the West has taken command. Garnett has 28. The West up by 5.
It's one of those duels. If you're the big team, do you stay with your big team? If you're the small team, do you take advantage of mismatches in your favor at the offensive end?
Bryant wants it. Steve Francis from Kobe Bryant. Iverson went behind the back. Dangerous pass thrown by Jermaine O'Neal, but last touched by the West.
Get a wide open court in a 2-on-1 situation. It's a matter of running the floor, which we know Steve Francis has the ability to certainly go up, catch, and finish. We'll see Steve Francis throw back into Garnett, who has the size advantage over the top of McGrady, lifts up and hits that little 10-foot baseline jumper.
The East in possession, down by 7. Jason Kidd, nice adjustment by Kidd to cut it to 5. A minute 45 remaining in overtime.
It's almost a reverse to what the fourth quarter regulation time was, with the East leading by 5. Now it's the West up 5.
Deflected out by Duncan of the West. $135-130, the West with the lead after trailing by as many as 10. McGrady, yes. So the West lead is down to 3. Jordan trying to steal, kept by Francis. A minute and 15 remaining in overtime.
Be a foul Shaq right now and put him on a foul line.
Shot clock to 5. Down to 3. Down to 1. Bryant. And a traveling violation is called.
Yes, he did, because he knew he had to try and get some space, because he had used up his dribble, and you'll see him hop with both feet, go backwards. Once he picks up the dribble, McGrady stays down on this fake that right there. Kobe wanted to get him up in the air instead. There's the hop, 2 feet, hop backwards, the travel call.
Good finish here in Atlanta to this 52nd NBA All-Star game. McGrady in traffic draws the foul with 52 seconds remaining, and Tracy McGrady to the line.
And Rick Adelman substituted offense for defense. He put in Sean Marion, took out Tim Duncan to match up specifically with McGrady. McGrady got to the middle of the floor, drew the contact.
Tracy McGrady, an 80% free throw shooter. 28 points, 5 rebounds, make it 29 for McGrady. And the West now leading by 1. West came from behind, scored the last 8 points in regulation to send the game to overtime. The East had a shot to win it. Michael Jordan was not able to hit. Francis to the crossover, rejected by Jermaine O'Neal. And Jim Clark, the outside official, calls it against the West. It is a loose ball foul.
That was a right arm that I think came from Kevin Garnett and knocks Jason Kidd away from the ball he was going after. First, Steve Francis challenges him. I think, actually, Rick Adelman wanted the ball to go to Kobe Garnett. They wanted to play 2-man game with Kobe. But then right at the end, there's the right arm that shoves him off. That's where a loose ball foul is called.
It is on Garnett. It puts Kidd at the line with the West over the limit. And the game is tied at 135. Jason Kidd, an 84% free throw shooter. It's been a strong game for Kidd. 10 points, 10 assists, 5 steals. So the East has come from behind, and they now lead by 1. An 8-0 run by the Eastern Conference. And a timeout is taken.
And they're taking a timeout to try to advance it so they can go 2 for 1, get 2 quality shots.
3 times the chase, 3 times the adrenaline, 3 times the drama. For the first time on network television, Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, 3 nights in a row. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
Turn here. Let's go.
Sorry.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you take things in stride, you win.
Let's go. Check ball.
Check ball.
Check.
Check. Come on, baby.
Check it out.
There you go. 0-0.
1 zip.
2-0. Check ball. Check ball.
1 2. 5 5 7 baby.
6 8 7 9 8 10.
Hold on.
10 8. Check up your ball.
Ball up.
This is game.
Game point. Fred, come on. This game point. That's game.
Nah, yo, best of 5.
Let's go then.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. A game that has seen 25 lead changes. We are in overtime. The West at one point led 135-128. The East, though, has scored 8 straight points to take a 1-point lead. And I've been told by our staff there has never been a double overtime game in All-Star play.
I think a great ending right now would be if they got the ball into Kobe Bryant. He was matched up with Michael Jordan. One-on-one, you're going to see the next Michael Jordan, okay, having an opportunity to steal this game from the Michael Jordan.
I've got to go to Duncan against McGrady or Garnett against whoever's guarding him. They've been the 2 most efficient players.
And Garnett is forced to take a timeout, avoiding the 5-second inbounding violation.
How about that? How many times do you ever see in an All-Star game a team work that hard at the defensive end that they force the guy inbounding the pass to take another timeout?
The defensive intensity has really picked up in overtime, last 8 minutes of regulation. This is what this competition should be all about.
West with 1 full timeout remaining. The East with 2 out of 20. A look ahead at our broadcast schedule. Wednesday night, ESPN will present the Dallas Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks. On TNT Thursday, we'll resume with Orlando, Detroit, Boston, Portland, and on Sunday on ABC, it's the Sixers and the Nets. 33 8/10 seconds remaining in overtime. They have the full 24 and get it inbounds. Francis being played by Iverson. The West with the ball down by 1.
You take the foul on Shaq right away.
And they do.
Michael tried to take it. That's what he's pointing at. He tried to take it while he was on the ground. That's what Michael was trying to do.
Well, the East had a foul to give, but this is called in the act.
And I'm not sure that's a bad foul, though. Betting on percentages, he's shooting 60 this year. He only makes 1 or 2. You get the last shot of the game.
2 out of 3 in tonight's game.
Kind of lost the grip as he released it.
Well, maybe you can ask for a do-over, Mark.
Well, I had a do-over last night in the three-point competition. Yes. And a 20-second timeout called by the East.
A little icing going on right now here. Strategy at its finest.
Isaiah Thomas, head coach of the Indiana Pacers, 34-15, tied with New Jersey for best record in the East. This is his first time as an All-Star coach, as a player, a 12-time All-Star, member of the Detroit Pistons, twice named most valuable player of the All-Star game. And there's the head coach of the West, Rick Adelman of the Sacramento Kings. This is his second All-Star coaching appearance in the last 3 years. The Kings had 34-17 at the break. That's the second best record in the West, right behind Dallas.
Marv, I thought maybe Isaiah would bring in one more big man to rebound the basketball in case Shaq misses it.
Well, he hits 1 of 2, and the game is tied at 1:36. They have the full clock. And apparently there was a problem with the clock. It just stopped.
The shot clock should be turned off right now. They can run it all the way down.
Well, we're down to 10 seconds remaining in overtime. And Michael has the ball. Again guarded by Shawn Marion. The fadeaway. Yes! With 4 and 8/10 seconds remaining, the West takes a timeout. Michael Jordan, not able to hit the game winner at the end of regulation, has just given the East a 2-point lead.
Marvin, as we see, Michael takes the fadeaway again over the outstretched arm of Shawn Marion and just hits an incredible shot right there. Again, we see it. Marion gets up into him. He's going to force him to take a tough shot. The fade, think about the strength you need to get that up. That was his 26th field goal attempt tonight. It takes a lot of energy to get this type of shot up and in.
And at the end of regulation, the West failed to call timeout so they could advance and take a last shot on Jordan. Here they inbounded the ball instead of taking the timeout. Now it's in the backcourt with no timeouts left and only 3 seconds to go.
Lennox Lewis enjoying the moment. Michael Jordan, 9 for 26. 20 points in his 36 minutes. Bill Russell, among many former All-Stars in the crowd. There's a 13-time All-Star. 3 seconds to go in overtime.
Mark, what happened when Jason Kidd came down for the East, he looked up at the clock and was confused for a second. He pointed to the official because he didn't realize when they inbounded, there was 23.1 seconds, under 24. So they only turned on one of the clocks, not both of them. Jason thought that there was a problem, so he almost stopped and was pointing to the official, then continued on. He realized what had happened.
You know, there was a problem with the clock. It stopped momentarily. However, now 3 seconds remaining. Garnett will inbound. The East up by 2. Wallace applying the pressure on the inbound. It's broken up by Kidd, played by Brown, who fires and is fouled. With 1 second remaining, he was fouled in 3-point territory. He'll have 3 shot attempts. Wow.
Jermaine O'Neal looks like from here, he runs out, almost a steal by Jason Kidd. Now as Jermaine O'Neal goes for it, right there we see the body contact. It definitely is behind the 3-point line.
Not a smart foul by Jermaine O'Neal as Kobe goes to the line with 1 second remaining in overtime. And now the East lead is 1. Kobe Bryant, an 83% free throw shooter. You recall with 10 seconds left in regulation, he missed a free throw, looking to tie. And now it comes down to the 3rd shot. Michael Jordan goes over, try and bother Kobe Bryant.
Surprising, Kobe missed at the end of regulation and now missed here. I would have counted him for all 3.
Only 1 second left, and he has tied the game at 1:38. The East will take a timeout. So much for that Michael Jordan possible game winner with 4.8 remaining, but the East will have another opportunity. We'll take a break. We'll be back in Atlanta in a moment.
Nice shot. All day.
You reach, I teach. Bet you won't score again. I won't score again? Hey, like that rainbow. That's ugly. Could have dunked. You should have dunked. Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
Let's go. Check ball.
Check ball.
Check.
Check. Come on, baby. Check. Check it out. There you go. 0-0.
1-0.
2-0. Check ball.
Check ball.
1-2.
5-5. 7, baby.
6-7. 8-7. 9-8. 10. Hold on. 10-8. Check up your ball. Ball up.
This is game.
Game point. Bring. Come on. This game point. That's game. Nah, yo, best of 5. Let's go then.
Back in Atlanta, Marv Albert, Jeff Van Gundy, Lazar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager, Cheryl Miller, in what has made the transition from a decent all-star game to a classic with 1 second remaining in overtime. It will be the East in possession. They do have 1 timeout remaining. The West using its final timeout. And Jason Kidd looking for the catch and shoot right here. He finds Jordan, and the shot this time is blocked by Marion. And for the first time in NBA All-Star history, we go to double overtime.
Well, Sean Marion knew he didn't have to worry about a fake by Michael Jordan. There wasn't enough time once he caught it. So as soon as Michael elevated, he was going up after it.
We'll continue from Atlanta after this.
Drama.
His name is Julius Caesar.
I don't know who I can trust.
What did they tell you?
You betrayed me, Eddie. We betrayed each other.
Actors know what actors do.
I consider this a great honor.
TNT. We know drama.
Welcome back to Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It is on to a second overtime. The first time in the history of this NBA All-Star competition that we've gone to 2 overtimes. Both clubs shot very well in the OT. With 4.8 remaining, Michael Jordan going at Sean Marion hit a jumper to give the East a 2-point lead. But with 1 second to go, Kobe Bryant was fouled in 3-point land by Jermaine O'Neal, hit 2 of the 3, and that puts us at 138 apiece. I don't know if Michael Jordan expected to play in 36 minutes plus, but he's been logging the time. Paul Pierce, though, has come on for Michael. Vince Carter is back. Here's Garnett, draws the foul, it counts, it's on Carter, and Garnett to the line.
If I was Isaiah Thomas right now, I'd really be worried about this team on the floor. I know he's trying to give guys minutes in the game, but the Western team that's on the floor has been out there, they're warmed up, they're active, you're bringing a couple guys in cold, you're very small right now. This could be a quick 8-zip, 9-0 burst for the Western Conference to start this next overtime.
And because there's no power forward on the floor, Garnett or Duncan, whoever Wallace isn't guarding, is going to have an obvious mismatch. Just what happened down there for the 3-point play. Garnett scored over Vince Carter.
31 for Garnett. Iverson. Here's Carter. Wallace tried to deflect it. Lands out of bounds, and the ball back to the West. The West up by 3 by virtue of that 3-point play by Kevin Garnett. So Kobe Bryant handling it at the point. He and Steve Francis in the backcourt with Garnett, Duncan, and Marion on the front line. Garnett over Carter, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Vince Carter has no chance in that matchup. Garnett's 7 feet. He has a high release. They have no double team schemes in. No chance to stop Kevin Garnett down the post.
Wild shot by Carter. The West up by 5 with just over 1 minute gone by in the second overtime. West at one stretch had a 7-point lead in the first overtime. They double up on Garnett, forces, and hits. He is on fire. 16 of 22, 35 points. Iverson with the step. Sets it up for Pierce.
And Marv, I think Isaiah Thomas just asked Michael Jordan, did he want to go back in? And I think he declined. He's ready to call it a day.
He had a lot of minutes. Michael with 36 minutes, 27 shot attempts, 9 for 27. Francis for 3. The West has opened up an 8-point lead with just under 3 minutes to go in the second OT.
There's the 10-2 run that I had talked about, exactly what I had feared, because the West was warmed up in this whole thing.
Marion with the steal. Kid tried to get it back. Here's Bryant for 3. Yes. The West has taken over in the second overtime. They have hit all 5 of their shots.
I'm not sure that I would think that I would see the Sacramento staff applauding as hard as they are for Kobe Bryant when he got fouled for the three-pointer and on that shot right there.
I think Rick Adelman is nice move by Iverson. It counts in the foul. Rick Adelman is saying, hey, I like having this guy on my side.
Well, Kevin Garnett, who has the size advantage over Vince Carter, certainly went to work on him. First steps through to get some space and then shoots it right up over the top of him there. And then they go right back again into the post, clear the side of the floor. They got the other high man, Duncan, up top. Step back. He's got a lot of room to look over the top of Vince Carter and hits it.
Hit the free throw, so the West up 151, 143. Garnett drawing the double team, and now again one-on-one with Carter. Kept alive by Marion. It's been an outstanding night for Shawn Marion. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 points for Marion. Here's Francis. And Wallace with the rebound with a minute 45 remaining in the second overtime. And Pierce lost it. 3-on-1. Bryant puts it off the glass. And Kidd had it knocked away from behind. So the East in possession.
Kobe was upset with himself for throwing the ball off the backboard, came right back and made a nice defensive play to save one for the West.
But he could have just iced the game with a simple play, would have put him up 10.
Pierce from downtown. Iverson. Oh, he's clobbered from behind, and he'll go to the line. Kevin Garnett helping up Allen Iverson. That's 3 on Garnett.
Iverson sees the opening, goes to the basket immediately, trying to attack the rim, hoping to get fouled, stop the clock, put points on the board by going to the foul line.
34 points for Iverson, along with 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 7 of 8 at the line. He had that huge game 2 years ago, certainly one of the better all-star games. I put this one right alongside it, with the East coming from behind to beat the West, sparked by Iverson and Marbury. West leading 151-145 with 1 minute remaining in the second overtime. Bryant. And Duncan able to return it to Kobe. The lob for Garnett. And Wallace lost sight of the ball. Kevin Garnett with 37 points. Here's Kidd for 3. And came up with air. The ball back to the West. The East running out of steam in this second overtime. Czar, as you mentioned, a couple of substitutions made by Isaiah Thomas. But obviously Michael Jordan felt that was enough. And that also dictated the change in the lineup. Shot clock down to 5. Francis. A strong performance in this second overtime by the West. Francis now has 20. Here's Pierce from way downtown. Did he misread the clock? What was that?
He just wanted to show you that he could shoot it from way downtown.
Final seconds. And this one is over in double OT for the first time in NBA All-Star history. 155, 145. The final score. The West sparked by Kevin Garnett, who I would think would be the early line favorite for MVP honors. 37 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Kobe Bryant at 22. Steve Francis 20. Tim Duncan, how about 19 and 15. Shaquille O'Neal 19 points, 13 rebounds. And Allen Iverson, high man for the East with 35. Tracy McGrady with 29. Michael Jordan, 9 for 27. Got off to the slow start, then picked it up and finished with 20 points. Again, the final. The West 155, the East 145. Stay tuned for a special edition of Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, and the presentation of the most valuable players, all coming up when we return.
Every crime has a suspect.
Mr. Gale, Austin Police.
Every murder has a motive.
What if the murder was not only to get rid of Gale, but to make him look crazy?
But the truth is not always what it seems.
This is where the tripod was. They never found a video or anything.
Someone's framing you?
Oh, it's more than that. Why make it look like a murder? Why frame an innocent man?
Kevin Spacey, The Life of David Gale, rated R. At theaters Friday, February 21st.
Hey guys, meet the new guy.
Hi, I'm Bob Holdcamp.
Hey, help yourself to some snacks. Speaking of which, you know what would taste good about now?
Yeah, a big, hot and juicy cheeseburger.
With everything.
I can almost taste it.
Telling me, if there were a place to get a hamburger that good this late, I'd not only drive, I'd buy.
Really?
Wendy's classic hamburgers are made fresh, so they're always hot and juicy, so you can eat great even late.
You must be the new guy.
Yeah, thanks. Wendy's, it's better here.
The 2003 NBA All-Star Game, brought to you by the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement. By Adidas Basketball, forever sport. By Wendy's Classic Hamburgers, it's better here. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the NBA. Is it in you?
This the second highest scoring All-Star game since 1987. Kevin Garnett with the most points since Michael Jordan had 40 in 1988. Garnett with 37 points. Let's go to center court, Ernie Johnson.
This is going to be my longest one in a while because I want to thank Turner Broadcasting, the Atlanta Hawks, the city of Atlanta, Fulton County, and the extraordinary people of Atlanta for welcoming us for this extraordinary All-Star experience. Thank you very much. I want to thank every one of our NBA players who participated in these several days of community activities and the best in basketball. I want to thank Vince Carter for his gracious act in allowing the great one to start this game.
I want to take a good picture right now.
And I want to say that this game is in great shape. What a bunch of spectacular athletes put on a show for us. Let's give them all a hand. But tonight, the star of stars was Kevin Garnett. 37 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 assists, and he's going to tell you that it was really his teammates that did it for him, because that's the kind of a competitor he is. So thank you and congratulations to the 2003 MVP, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin, there are a lot of things we can talk about in the wake of a game like this, but strictly from a personal standpoint, for you to be added to the list of the legends who have been the MVP of the All-Star game, put that in words for me.
No, I can't. I think everybody enjoyed the game. Like Commissioner said, it was a great play. It was a great game just on the basis of this being Michael, and very, very emotional game. And like I said, I couldn't have done none of this without my teammates. So I just want to thank the coaching staff and the rest of the Western All-Stars.
At halftime in the ceremony that honored Michael, he looked at you bunch of players and said he felt like it was in good hands, that he was basically passing the torch to you. What is the responsibility in your mind?
I think the responsibility falls not only on one single individual. I think, as you see what's behind me, we're in great shape with guys like Tim Duncan, AI, Stephon. The league is full of guys who can carry it, but I think it's going to be a group effort, and I think it's one challenge that we all look up to.
Finally, what is your message for Michael tonight, on a night when everybody was thinking about MJ's final appearance here?
Finally be bald head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of the All-Star game, Kevin Garnett. Back to you, Marv.
Thank you, Ernie. 9 of his 37 coming in the second overtime. 17 of 24 from the field. Incidentally, 155 points scored by the West, the most points ever scored by a team in All-Star history. We continue with our special edition of Inside the NBA. Let's hook up once again with Craig Sager.
Well, the MVP was Kevin Garnett, but the night belonged to Michael Jordan. Getting congratulations now from Kobe Bryant, who made the free throws to send it into the double overtime. You scored more points than anybody in All-Star game history. Talk about the one at the end of overtime that appeared to be the game winner.
Well, I mean, it was a tough shot. They played good defense. I was able to get to my right side and, get off a shot, high arcing shot, and it went in. Thought it was a game winner, but obviously, anything can happen in the NBA game, and that's exactly what happened. Kobe made a couple of free throws. He could have easily made 3 in a row to end the game, but we had a chance to go into overtime, and they had more energy than we did down the stretch.
Did you say anything to Jermaine O'Neal for fouling him on the three-point attempt?
No, I just couldn't believe the referee made that call. No, obviously we were just trying to play hard defense, and those things happen.
How will you remember this All-Star game?
Double overtime, we lost. It was fun. I think I got the chance to enjoy some good young company tonight, and as David Stern said, the NBA is still moving upward, and you can see by the young talent that's playing here, and a lot of talent that's not here. The game's going to be fun to watch for some time, and I look forward to just sitting back and watching and say, I was a part of that group. I was one of the guys who passed it down to those guys, and that's truly a privilege.
As with your teammates, your opponents, the fans, and our television audience, it was a pleasure and honor for all of us to be here for your final one.
Thank you very much.
All right, for Michael Jordan in his final All-Star appearance, he concludes as the all-time scoring leader in the history of All-Star play. Again, the final score in a wild one, double overtime. The West 155, the East 145. Stay with us for Cartoon Network's Adult Swim All-Star Extravaganza. Special programming designed for the Czar. Those of you on the West Coast will see Martin Lawrence in Life. All-Star Weekend has been presented by TNC Sports, the home of the NBA playoffs, and exclusive coverage of the 2003 Western Conference Finals.